Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 24 Hours of Lemons iRacing League. Tonight, we are at the Daytona MOTO layout for 2 hours of Sunduro fun. We have everything out here tonight from 87 NASCARs to Mustangs to street stocks to Miatas to Solstices. What more could you ask for? Joining me tonight is Eric Rude from the 24 Hours of Lemons. Sean Yoder is not here, at least not yet anyway. And we also have members of Three Pedal Mafia joining us this evening, host of the Everyone Racers podcast. Mental, how are you doing?
I am wonderful. Thanks for having us.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same without you guys. Chris and Chrissy, how are you doing tonight?
We're great.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Had a wonderful weekend. Excited to be here.
Great. And also joining us tonight from 24 Hours of Lemons proper, Lisa Sims. Lisa, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, sorry to hear about your troubles with your animals and fireworks. I get frustrated by that too, but I'm glad that you could be here. And sounds like everybody in the booth still has all their fingers and hands and all the important appendages that are at risk on weekends like this. So congratulations to all of you for surviving that. And everybody at home, thanks for joining us. And I'm sorry in advance that you don't have anything better to do, but that's why we're here, and that's part of the fun.
That's right. We're hoping everybody has like at least 8 of their digits left on their hands. So hope you all had a good 4th and y'all survived it. And if you're watching this from a hospital bed, that's fine too.
And you have really good internet at that hospital, because I always have crappy internet.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying, by the way,
Whoops.
this
That was totally on accident.
Perfectly with Donald.
Hey, wait. Whoa. There's a Mustang in the...
There is...
I know there was RVs, but last night I didn't see the Mustang. That must be a new for this session compared to the rehearsal fun that we had last night. So, wow.
That's fantastic.
All right.
That color and placement makes me think it's Fail Inc.'s Mustang, because they're already down there in Florida.
Yeah. Valid. By the way, I appreciated Donald Gearhart. On his car has a split theme of Jimmy Buffett and Rush 2112, which is... I don't even know how to process that in my head.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that. I can't help you out there.
Yeah. That is a music combination I do not understand.
What's up, Twitch viewers tonight? How we doing? Glad to see that y'all active in the chat already. Not wasting any time.
Some good 3-wheel motion there from the Bear Pope Days of Thunder. Monte Carlo looks like. Or is that a Thunderbird?
That is a Thunderbird that's got a Lumina livery on it. So it actually works. Kind of works. Doesn't have the square front nose like the Monte Carlo. Has more of the it looks more 90s than the Monte Carlo. We'll give it that.
It actually looks very Lumina-y from when the Lumina was the stock car of choice.
Yeah, totally. So get this, my dad used to buy Luminas, and I would give him a hard time, and he's like, hey, it's a Daytona 500 winning machine. And that was literally what he would say.
How many? When that was plural. So it was like
we had so mom had a 4-door and dad had the 2-door Earnhardt edition that was the
oh my god, that's amazing.
What was it called? I can't remember.
The Eliminator.
Yeah, it was like was it a Z34? Is that right?
Yeah, the
I think it was the Intimidator. Yeah.
Z34 had a twin cam engine. They made a big deal out of that.
Oh,
even though it was just a crappy 60-degree V6 underneath the twin cams.
Right.
The overhead cam setup.
It's far less shameful than the lineage of Camrys that my parents bought and then actually drove around with me inside of them.
Oof.
I tell my stepfather it's his fault I'm a gearhead, because he bought 3 Pintos in a row on purpose. And so in rebelling against everything that he stood for, I now race garbage cars.
What is the time span of owning 3 consecutive Pintos? Is that like 8 months or?
Oh yeah, about 10 years.
10 years. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. First one was a 72 that they lovingly referred to as baby shit green, had a luggage rack on the roof. Then there was the 76, which was white with dark green, kind of the Shelby deck stripes. Keystone mags with Sears Road Hugger raised white letter tires. And then the last one was a 79. It was blue with blue vinyl interior, which is wonderful in South Carolina summers.
Oh, baby. Yeah, stuck to it. What's going on with the 77's paint there, by the way? What?
Oh, that's Mr. Meeseeks. Hi, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. It's a Rick and Morty reference.
What?
I can tell by the silence no one's getting that.
Yeah, I think that's where me and
not
Reed
at
fall
all.
off there, the Rick and Morty. I think some of
Yep.
you may be familiar, though.
I'm guessing some of our audience is. I just haven't. I'm not that hip. My cultural references end at like 2004, unfortunately.
That's right. Trust the Gordon's Fisherman. That's right. Nicholas A. in YouTube says, Eric, you've seen his 76 Pinto that's yellow?
Sure. I've seen some yellow Pintos. Yeah. If it was the one at the Concours de Lemons in Detroit, then I definitely have seen that car.
Nice.
Which was a rare V6 automatic. Somebody optioned out a Pinto all the way. Anyway, it had all the bells and whistles.
Could you imagine being there when they were developing that car and they were like, man, this is such a great idea?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just it's for me, knowing what I know about cars, I guess in retrospect, it's hard for 4 wide on the banking, by the way.
What a great spot for a camera.
Exactly what I was expecting.
Wow. Let's take another look at that.
Somehow the inside and the outside didn't get clobbered. It was the 2 slow cars in the middle.
Miatas being Miatas, man.
Apparently. There's a solstice involved, too. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's like the first half of Weird Science when Robert Downey Jr. and his partner embarrass the 2 main characters. That's what they did. They sneaked up and, hey, Camaro, let's go get these 2 nerdy cars.
Right. Everyone's getting hit by Mazdas this weekend. I'm guessing that's an IMSA reference.
No doubt.
To finish that thought, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
It's hard for me to imagine people buying a lot of cars, like walking into a dealership and buying it, like thinking, like, yeah, this is it, man. This is what I want. And a V6 Pinto with an automatic's gotta be up there. Like, you could have bought a Fairmont for that money, probably. I would guess.
I'm feeling like this would have been, like a dealer ordered one to show off how fancy they can get, and then after a couple of years, okay, get this thing out of our showroom.
Yeah,
I always think the same. When I think about all of our Lemons cars, someone one day was super, super proud, especially some of the cars we've had, like the Rolls Royce and the Citroen and even the 89 Civic Si. When someone bought that, they were like, hell yeah, look at me. And now we're racing in a stupid crap can series.
Well, ironically, like the king of all that is going to be like every old BMW in Lemons, because when somebody bought that, they were like, yeah, that's right. You're looking at upper middle management right now. And, like now it's some crap box that is, rusted through. And
I knew that was a good place for a camera. I knew that was a good place for a camera right there.
Oh, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me.
Camaro's doing Camaro
to
things.
continue on that story, if you guys have not, and I know everyone on this podcast has, but if you folks listening to us have not read the story of Randy Lanier, you should. He is a really interesting person. But Randy was back when the International Smugglers Association. And I was at a race a number of years ago, right after Randy Lanier was paroled, and Mike Carr got him to this race. And somebody pointed out, when he got locked up, all of these cars, these E36s and E30s and some of the other stuff were like the pinnacle. Like you said, someone, oh man, I knew I was good to go to this master's degree because now I got a BMW and all of this kind of stuff. And this was the stuff people aspired to. And now they were just being run into the ground in some crap can race.
it's pretty great.
And and this is the first time he's been back to the racetrack, in 20 some odd years.
Yeah. Randy Lanier probably raced BMWs in the whatever the sport series was at that time.
Half Rush, half Jimmy Buffett.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't. Yeah. Mind-boggling.
Sure.
I feel like Neil Peart is probably hung out with Jimmy Buffett.
Neil Peart's raced in Lemons. Did you know that?
Yes, we did. We poured a little out for him. That's a
Yes.
He's got a very impressive kind of gearhead story. If you the old Road and Track article about the guy driving his MG in the future, and that story inspired, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but Red Barachetta, the song.
Barchetta, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And they could never find the guy that wrote the story to send him the his cut. And
Clang.
Lamino. It seemed Lamino clang off the wall on the Monte Carlo down the end there.
I enjoyed that Tom is racing a Monte Carlo instead of a Volkswagen, which we tossed out because it's not nearly freedom enough, this being an American racetrack. The World Center of Speed on 4th of July weekend. So
suck on that, Lamino.
We pitched the diesel Volkswagen out.
Why aren't we racing any of those RVs? I mean, this is the real question.
They won't open any of Phil's emails at the development center.
Yeah, we haven't got the green light on the sandbox yet. Once we get that, I can only imagine the vehicles we could come up with. We'll have to get some lasers. We'll have to get the iRacing laser scanning team out to the next Lemons event and just scan every car. Then whenever you come on for the iRacing League, Lemons iRacing League, you can just pick your favorite Lemons car from real life to drive.
It would be amazing.
Ooh. I want the 9Cat to actually broadcast in everyone else's speakers and headphones with the Doppler effect as you pass everyone. Or, God, it was, I want to say 2012, Eagles Canyon, Texas. An MR2, they had a similar speaker system, and all they had was it was a rubber ducky theme, and they just had a sound bite from a Christmas Story of the Chinese guys singing fra ra 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 ra. That was it. Just that over and over and over.
Ugh, man, that might be the worst, actually.
Anton's been busy already.
Being Anton,
Bill would be proud.
He's got the awesome Bill livery going on there.
He does.
Yoder's in the chat. How's it going, Yoder?
In 1987, Bill Elliott won the Daytona 500 in that livery.
Two Mustangs trying to do Mustang things, leaving the bus stop. That's good. Worked it out.
They need to hit the Mustang that's parked just off track in a very hittable place, actually.
Yes.
I like that it's completely unprotected and not behind a wall or anything.
There's several. Wow. Let's get a car count. Yeah, there's two right there. Amongst the
that's
RVs.
definitely Fail Inc. If those RVs were a little sketchier looking, we would know that Florida Man was in the game.
Yeah, it needs to look more like the meth labs from
Breaking Bad.
Meth lab from Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, instantly, as soon as I saw that, I was thinking, yep, that's the Heisenberg mobile right there. That's right. Trust the Gordon's fisherman. That's right. Sorry, Chris.
It's not like Mino hasn't had practice doing this. He keeps spinning out. We ran this exact configuration in the 87s at our E1R Monday night races about 2 weeks ago, just all laughing at how terrible things were. So didn't help Tom, but
well, we appreciate you guys being what's the word I'm looking here? Pioneers to help find us things that we should do ourselves. You know, when you use the word how terrible it was, that excites me. So thank you.
oh yeah,
I appreciate you guys doing your due diligence, and then we can apply that. Oh, nice. There you go, Tom.
it's great. The 87s can't go around low speed corners at all.
No, it's hard.
No.
Yeah, it's hard.
He went around. It was just sideways.
Right?
All the way around.
See that brake rotor glowing? That's glorious.
Can you flat spot tires in iRacing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never notice in those 87s because they just move so much anyway.
Yeah, bias ply tires. There's a lot of body roll in the tire and the car, so you kind of have to pitch the car on the tire, and then the suspension really goes to work. So they're a challenge. I enjoy it a lot, and I know a lot of people struggle with them, but something where you have to actually drive it and not who's got the best hand-eye coordination to go wide open is the kind of thing I like. So the 87s are a home run in my book for sure.
Who's the what's the green Mustang here that we're just trailing? Can we see the backside of that one?
It says wear a damn mask, which I'm a big fan of.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine. I'll find it here. Getting warm. Ooh, there it is.
So what's interesting is wear a damn mask, you idiots. Thank you, Chris. I came across something the other day that it was the vaccinations, and someone had basically taken the exact same speech and replaced the word vaccination with brakes. I'm electing to keep the brakes off of my car. I'm taking the brakes off my car. And you wouldn't believe how many mechanics looked at me like I was stupid or an idiot. Did you know before, when cars were first made, they didn't have brakes at all? Everyone just used engine braking, and there are more accidents now than there were before cars had brakes. So it's a personal decision, and I've decided to make it. And if you take that exact same logic and you apply it to mask, it's about control. It is. It's, brakes are the government trying to control my car, and that's why I've taken the brakes off of all my vehicles.
No brake mental.
Yeah, exactly. It's about freedom. If either you have brakes or you have airbags, but I don't need brakes and an airbag. One's going to work.
Nate Schlevine's doing it for Dale with the old Dale.
I like the gold looking wheels on that. Let me go back to, I just have it on focus on crashes. Let's go back and let's pick Nate up there. I like the
like orangish
copper. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Halfway rolling.
Yep.
That's a proper Dale livery.
That is a proper Dale.
Why is it that the Wrangler logo is upsetting me?
I don't know.
It's taking me back to my agricultural student days. I get it.
Back when Wranglers were actually made in America.
So they took
I feel like.
Go ahead, sorry. No, you're fine.
I was gonna say they should be more snug delivery somehow. I don't know how to.
Oh, stop!
But
God, I just love that camera in the infield. I had to put one there. That's great. Oh, there we go.
And Cole gets taken out by Dale.
Cole gets daled by Dale.
I'm surprised nobody's busted out the old Rusty Wallace getup, because he was quite the troublemaker back in the day as well.
Yeah, true that. I've seen I race in the '87, the NASCAR Legends series, quite a bit. I've seen a few, both Miller Genuine Draft and the old Kodiak.
Nice.
We're not seeing enough Dick Trickle references in this. That's
true.
Necessary.
That's
with
true.
Old NASCAR.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's own Dick Trickle.
And who was the guy
smoking while you raced? Yeah,
damn right.
Or the guy that would always do? He called it the Polish
victory lap. Yeah, Kowicki. Alan Kowicki, also from Wisconsin. Yep.
digging that livery actually on the Mustang.
Oh, there's Anton. He's cleaned his car up a little bit.
The Motorcraft?
No.
Oh.
The Hessers. It's just basic like white with green and yellow.
There's an 87 Monte Carlo trying to turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's clean.
As he passes the Mustang gate.
They're using those Mustangs as crowd control because they don't have any sort of pedestrian device.
The Mustangs are social distancing across the track.
They keep the Mustangs and people don't want to get in front of them, so they don't walk across the track.
Up to 26
don't-
entries now, as we're down to about 9.5 minutes to go in warm up.
We had an excellent reference though, because Cole got daled by Dale. He'll
That's
have
right.
to get it on with Nicole Kidman to fix his broken heart.
Yeah. I think it's Katie Holmes now, right? Or did they get divorced too?
Oh no, yeah, no, she totally ran.
Okay. Well, that makes how many now?
3.
Go.
One of the Hesser brothers says that their livery is supposed to be an American flag, and it's not showing up. So who knows?
Huh. It's probably because it's a
Refresh your returning
team.
paints.
It's probably
Yeah.
because it's a team race, and you have to make sure you have it for the team. But I will happily refresh.
Aha.
All right, I hit refresh.
go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yay!
Oh, America.
It's the General Sherman on the side as well.
It's bad. Yay!
Nice.
Home run
Damn.
for Three Pedal Mafia with the Trading Paints refresh.
There you go.
I enjoyed watching that live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a peek behind
We
the
only
curtain.
make the same mistakes like 3 or 4 times before we figure out how to fix them. So
That's right.
That was one of
America.
those.
America.
Is
That's the
Eric
American
using
way.
a steering wheel or is he using
No.
a controller? Because there's a lot of hand
If he's
movement.
using a steering wheel, he has the fastest hand movement of any human being that's ever lived ever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna,
out for
say
Lemon's race,
no.
but-
Right.
It's like Santiago with the sorry livery again. Seems like there's a lot of 87 cars, which is
Good.
excellent.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it will add to the mayhem.
How many quick repairs? That's always my first question.
I have no idea how this session is set up at all. So we will
I
see.
didn't look. I honestly didn't. You know what? I can look probably because it's still in warm up. Let me look. F's in chat for Peter Monin and Matt
Oh,
Sicko.
Cole again. Come on, Cole.
It was a good one.
You can go high.
You know what the best
know
part
my
of that
heart.
ZZF
I know
sign
my
is?
heart.
Is for some reason when you're going the other way, it's FZZ. So it's like fuzz. Like,
Nice.
I don't know why that's funny to me, but
I like it.
for some reason it's backwards going the other way, and that doesn't make any sense. But it's also in Missouri, so nothing makes any sense in that whole state.
Have you ever done the 5 drive up to Willows?
5 drive up to Willows. Yeah, I have.
Where you
two
have
quick repairs.
Hooker Creek and then Balls Ferry?
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
No, I don't think I've done that one. That's
It's
pretty
amazing.
excellent.
Yeah, it's like 4 miles apart. It's the exit for Hooker Creek and then Balls Ferry.
It's where they ferry
Exit.
the balls.
In on I-80 across Nebraska, exit 69. It's friend.
Nice.
We have intercourse in Pennsylvania
Well,
and
on,
bird in hand.
I was gonna say, yeah, on the one of the retreat from Moscow rallies, like the entire first day was just go to places with dirty names like Blue Ball and Intercourse.
Oh, they're all right next to each other.
They're all
too.
right next to each other. Yeah,
they're all Amish. Amish.
it's amazing. Yeah. I'll have to dig up that. Give me one moment. I will go find the list.
But they're also not very interesting places to visit. So once you go there, it's a lot of fields. It's a little town, and then keep driving.
Yeah, it's 5 houses and a post office and
Yep.
maybe a fire station.
Some vegetables. That's about that. Yeah.
Oh, so the Wear the Damn Mask Mustang is actually a surge played up on the Splurm Futurama drink. Very nice. It's there's some subtlety going on there.
Well done.
It's on his roof. Looks like an eagle. It is an
Yeah.
eagle. There we go. That's America right there.
Nice. Showing off the amazing cornering ability of the Ford Mustang. The Miata gaps him. Oh yeah, laying rubber. Nice.
Little tail happy on the Miata.
I found the list of Pennsylvania town names that we went. By the way,
Well, we've only got 3 minutes and 54 seconds, so go for it.
We have an off-track excursion for Peter Monin.
so the first part of the day was through Pennsylvania, and you had to go to Reamstown, Blue Ball, Intercourse, Smoketown, Paradise, and Gap, and then in Virginia through Deep Hole, Horntown, Assawoman, Modesttown, Little Hell, and Middlesex. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, they sound so much better than the Pennsylvania towns.
One of them
Deep Hole?
didn't
Wow.
exist though. I feel like it was Assawoman was like, like there was no sign anywhere that said Assawoman, but
You just have to know.
yeah, it was like people ended up just like taking a screenshot of their GPS that said Assawoman on it, which is not nothing. Batcave, North Carolina, we've been there. We were there in this January.
There's a whole lot of off-road going on around here. They're
One of our
practicing off.
This is the agricultural racing layout here at Daytona.
the Moto, yes.
I mean, these 87s are basically C10 trucks underneath anyway. So
Correct. Yep. Isn't it grand?
Ooh, look at that thing. Shiny.
Neonism. I'm not entirely sure I get this reference. So, be kind, rewind.
Oh, it's VHS. It's VHS stuff there. That's nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the blank cassettes. That's really good.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is deep throwback. Well done, Mr. Becker. Nice. Our friend Hamza, who is afraid of social media, but joining us now, actually mentioned that there is a Wikipedia link to the Mike Carr Randy Lanier meeting. So if you go to Randy Lanier's Wikipedia page, it tells the story.
There you go.
Of how, and I heard this story from Mike Carr, because Mike Carr had spent a while trying to track him down and got the phone number of the guy who gave him a ride to work, and then called him one day when he figured Randy would be in the car, because Randy didn't have a cell phone, and said, "Hey, can I speak to Randy, please?" So, and then as a lawyer, had to sign for Randy as part of his parole release. He had to be given into Mike Carr's custody, and I'm certain nobody researched that.
Didn't know that part. Huh.
It was actually really interesting to see, and I think it took Randy Lanier maybe 30 minutes to show that he is still Randy friggin' Lanier, because dear God, you've never seen anything Mike Carr's ever built move that well.
Well, I've seen his cars attempt to move, so
yeah, the Rally Baby cars that go fast usually the ones that Phil Ellinger builds.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Ebola has moved that good before or since.
Ebola being a car, we should point out.
Yes, I'm sorry. The mighty Ebola E30 convertible.
I believe on the template there's 3 strips, small skinny strips that you can color to do the roll bars. 11% Racing on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's how they did that.
Yeah.
Just using the paint template, like you can do a custom paint job, but there's a spot on there where you can color the roll bars. Very carefully, I'm guessing, because it's probably a very small square, but they did a great job. Gotta love Photoshop.
And F's in the chat for Shot South there.
Those Miatas do not like that corner.
Yeah, they're not motorcycles. That might be part of the problem.
Miatas are kind of They kind of are evil handling those Miatas, really. Like I've
They
never
really
warmed up
are.
to them.
Do not.
When
like
I've
them.
driven NDs on track, like stock NDs on track are sweetheart. They're wonderful, but the ones in here, not so much.
So Nate and Anton starting on the front row. Looks like we have a pace lap tonight because there's a pace car. Deduce that. Wait for some of the other competitors to get in their cars so we can give you a look at some of the paint jobs. So starting on pole is the 48 of Nate Schlavine for Priority Fail Racing. And you see behind him there's Anton Lovett for Onset 2. You got Randy Bish starting in third, and then number 11 for the League of Legitimate Nigerian Businessmen. We've got the, like we were just checking out, the number 10 machine for Jay Becker, the VHS special. He is going to be starting in fourth, with Tom Lamino starting next to him. And Matt Sicko next to him, starting in 12th, apparently. 6th. There we go. Yeah. Not row 6, starting in 6th.
Oh, there's 2 Days of Thunder cars.
Let's do one more quick refresh and make sure that we're good and we're current. We start to roll behind the pace car. There's a look at Will Niemeyer's machine there as he blinks out with the soggy special internet. Cars continue to refresh. There we go. In case anybody changed theirs, I figured we'll just do a quick run through. And here's a look at the rest of your starting grid. Looks like we have 8 87s out there tonight, followed by 4 Class B cars, which are our Solstices, and yeah, all 4 of these are Solstices. Nope, there is a Miata mixed in there too, it looks like. I'll
The
click
Happy
through the rest of
Miata, the NC.
Looks like we've got 5 of the other Miatas, which are showing up in red, which I'm used to being Class A. So these are the MX-5 Cups. And then we have, looks like, 10 street stocks and Mustang mixture in the back. So should be good times.
Dang old Camaros, man.
That's right. 27 teams out there tonight, guys. All right.
I'll take that. How many will finish? Through the Mustang gate there.
All right, I'm not going to
1010101012. Thanks for the follow. What is the translation of that bit?
I think
sequence?
that's actually the. Isn't that the code to go back in time on Futurama?
That must be it.
001000110. Right.
Oh yeah, Bender, when he would start talking really fast and then could time travel.
Because they tattooed it on Fry's butt.
That's it. Man, it's been a long time. Thanks for the follow.
We hope we're right on that one. Yeah, Ghost. It could actually be an ASCII translation, and I'm not smart enough to get it.
Sorry, Mental, there's like 3 people in the world that know the right answer, so no one's going to argue with you.
Oh, those 3 people absolutely will.
Should mention before we start that this race is brought to you by Jeff Gordon's Fishermen. Trust the Jeff Gordon's Fishermen.
Also, vote Mad Dog in 2020 because you have
that's
a
right.
vote and a choice, and it should be for Mad Dog. Thank you.
Can't be any worse than what we got.
All right, the pace car is about to hang a left here. We're about to get underway.
A racer, Tom Pyrek, missing the start because he's petting his cat.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
All right, focus on crashes. Let's go.
All
Green
right.
flags out.
Oh,
2
we
hours.
got 2 cold trickles rolling up in there. They could deconflict those.
What a gaggle. Only 2 hours
Oh,
of this.
There goes Mr. Meeseeks. So what actually is going to be interesting, because we do have 2 hours to go.
It's going
This
the wrong way.
happened there.
Oh, there's that crashing into the pit wall I was talking about. I didn't quite make it there, but that's if you end up in between those 2 walls, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah,
That's the Yamato.
bad
Yamato.
time. The those danged old Camaro street stocks are not going to have the legs for this race. They are
Oh.
going to run out of gas very quickly.
We have a terminal damage here for the 000. Let's see what happened.
Well, he
What's
made
that?
it too cold. Walkers.
What's on his hood?
With the wife.
Oh, it's the Jeff Gordon's fish. Oh, he just got a whole lot of. Yeah, it's the Jeff Gordon's fisherman, but he. Why can't I think of what the hell that guardrail's called? At every racetrack. Armco, yeah, thank you. Oh, it's Fago and Gordon's fisherman.
Because with the anime reference, I was going to go with the Jeff Gordon's fisherman's wife. You know,
it's Mad Dog 2020 on there too. Nice.
That's well done, Kevin. Except for the driving part.
Well, they do have 2 quick repairs, so he'll be headed to pit road now.
Looks like a Lemons race as he passes the Mustang gate, belching smoke out the back.
Which is the normal status for a Mustang in Florida.
Correct. We did have our, not our first, but one of our first S197 Mustangs. F's in the chat for that. Jesse Ports there. It was a V6, like a 2006 Mustang showed up at Gingerman. It did not do very well.
This is our surprise face. It looks remarkably similar to Jeff Gordon's fisherman's face.
That's right. Stoic, you might say.
Oh, Niedermeyer hanging on to it, managing to still make it through turn 1.
Ish.
I'm feeling the soggy internet on this one.
He only missed the braking zone by everything there.
It doesn't matter when you have horsepower. You just keep going. Flooring. This is going to require some serious flooring. There we go.
How many gear shifts are there?
16 upshifts.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted there. I was laughing very hard at that. And it looks like a Lemons race out there is the Mustang. That was pretty great.
Classic esports commentator move of talking while muted. I wonder if people do that in like the real broadcast booth. They must, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I know you have the kill button where like you can just say whatever.
Yeah.
But have witnessed Brian Loans, who joined us for one race, expert at the kill button.
D Wizzle, thanks for the follow. Nice name.
I was working with him on Hot Rod Drag Weekend at Tucson Raceway. I think we ended up at Wild Horse Pass in Phoenix, and we didn't really have a press room, but he was doing the track commentary, from the press room or whatever. We were in race control with him, and he was doing the commentary, and then like he'd call something, like click the kill button and say something, just the funniest like trash talk to me sitting next to him, and then all right, and coming down the left lane, it's just seamless the way that he talks trash in between.
One letter,
his calls.
thank you.
There. That's a pro, I believe, is what you.
Absolutely. When your switch game is on point, where you don't have to interrupt your trash talk flow.
Yeah.
Ahmed mentioned he does that on conference calls, and actually, I tend to do the same thing. But now I'm solidly entrenched in middle management, so I just stopped muting myself. Good news, I just say it. Yeah, and then a positive effect of that is I stopped getting invited to certain meetings.
That is a good side effect. Hey, this could have been an email. That is the Howard Dean of conference call moves. That's what that is.
That's probably what I'd do if I actually had like a job where you had to be on these ridiculous, useless conference calls. I'd probably sit there and play with the soundboard the whole time because there's so many people on the call. Yeah, you're not gonna have no clue who's doing it. Especially if it's like non-Skype, non-Zoom, like traditional landline stuff where you call in a number. Just be like, who's doing that? Yeah, I don't know. I hear it too.
Just how Howard Dean constantly.
Every time somebody makes a good point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be tonight. We're gonna be voting to find out if we're gonna re-elect blah blah blah. Howard Dean, what's your vote? Thank you.
Oh,
Epson
The
shot
only
for
other team
Anton.
I can think of. I would love to have that cat on a
Oh.
Roomba in these meetings. Like, I feel like I need to post that and just, it should be. I should have that. I need to put that on more calls.
Like as your background for wallpaper, or as a stand-in to where they actually think they're talking to you.
that was a crazy split, but
There was so much going on there. I have to go back and look at that. Find out what happened here.
oh jeez.
They're coming right for us.
Okay, so Anton. Okay, got it. Anton's down. Oh, they both blinked out. Let's see. I'll figure a way
the car
out.
wasn't there, and so Anton hit the car that wasn't there, and then
No, yeah, well, okay. So Anton went full yeet after spinning and spun
With
it to
the
the
Camaro.
right. Right there. Lit him up, went right. Bam.
that car comes out of nowhere.
And then Philadelphia experiment right into the door.
And
That's
then
right.
keep
And
keep a
then-
look ahead here. This is going to get scary.
Yeah, the crazy split right here.
This is where you close your eyes in the game too.
Wow.
That's when the poo comes out.
That is the brown that is the brown noise if you're a fan of South Park. That is the brown noise.
Blue
Man.
Angels. Who the heck are the Blue Angels?
Thunderbird.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hoo boy.
That's only 7.5 minutes in so far, and all that's happened already. Crazy.
Yeah. There's only been like 4 deaths. So
Only four so far. Someone keep track.
I did one race and it was like 35 over 2 hours. It was like a Rambo movie.
All right. I'm going to give props to Snowbirds only because they actually were guest on an episode of Corner Gas. So I'm going to let Snowbirds go.
Is that the RCAF?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't they fly something kind of wienery though?
It's they're in a trainer, but there's a lot more of them. There's only 6 of the Thunderbirds, and same with the Blue Angels, and I think the Snowbirds. There's I want to say there's 8 or more.
Yeah. The Red Arrows are the RAF's one. There's a bunch of them too.
Yeah. I think that the Mustang on the right is levitating.
Take a lap with our leader, Matt Sitko.
Get out of the way, Pontiac! Ah!
That was a lot impressive amount of patience there.
He's ready for lemons, I think. Real-
Matt's got a hell of a lead too.
yeah.
Yeah, looks like it is actually 1.7 seconds. As we're on board with Nate, who's in second. Oh, I love that.
Running him down. Okay,
Love
this
the
is gonna
camera.
be impressive.
This is my
Yeah,
this is my 80s onboard camera that I made.
This looks like man, I don't know. It looks like an arcade game from the 80s. It's crazy. But higher res obviously, but
Yeah, and the fact that we were using the legacy Daytona track before they repaved it and it's so bumpy makes it even more amazing. So, excellent choice.
And open face helmets, wonderful.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. We got that covered too. There we go. There's the driver cam.
Nice.
Needs to burn a heater during the cautions though.
That's right. We'll take a look at all of our. Oh, he's got the Cold Trickle helmet on too. Well done, Matt.
Very nice.
Are all
Pretty
the helmets in the 87s open then?
That is correct, and they're part of the car template too. So we can check everybody's helmets out. All right.
Tom Lamino has the beginner lemons kit in there, and Anton, of course, in his
Yellow suit.
yellow suit.
It's not Anton if it's not.
But he had cores on the back of his helmet. That was awesome.
Back to that.
Because everybody's favorite
yeah, he's
beer.
got the Coors helmet's part of the Coors livery.
Yeah.
Very nice. I
Anton
like it
knows
too.
he's got to play to his sponsors, so he's doing it well.
Oh boy.
There it is. Camaro.
There it is. Nice. Here they come.
Boy, I guess the Miatas have the same terminal speed.
Yes.
There's some
looks
draft,
like
probably some
the
draft
older
going on
ones-
too.
It's like the older one's got a little bit more oomph behind him.
The right-hand drive, the JDM Miata getting it done.
Oh, that's what it is. JDM, yo.
Yep. That's 5 horsepower at least.
D-Tex
Mustang Gate.
and-
Again, look at the Mustang on the right. I think it's levitating. It's like 6 inches off the ground.
I do love
So-
the crowd cars are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
They're almost something you can identify. Like they're really close.
Right.
Just not enough that they'd have to pay any sort of royalties.
It's like
Well,
knockoff
every-
Grand Theft Auto cars.
I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. I say this is a little more tastefully done in my opinion, but yeah, you're right. It's very similar.
All right, so can we go on board with James real quick? Or,
Which with James, sure.
yeah, I'm sorry, whoever's going through the Mustang. Yeah,
Oh,
see
okay.
the Mustang on the right. It's floating.
And it has a yeah, nice.
Yeah, jet
That's
fuel
the,
can't burn steel beams. That's what's going on there.
Earlier we were talking about my dad's Earnhardt edition. That is the Doc Brown edition Mustang.
Yeah.
I like the Trax fleet of F-150s.
Everywhere, every track.
Yeah.
When we were at New Hampshire, we went into the parking lot, and they were all parked door handle to door handle, which is impressive.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm not-
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but aliens.
It's got to be. You're the mad dog. And alien. Look at the crowd is just riveted. Like literally riveted in place. They're not moving. Out of concern, actually.
Wind ain't got nothing on us.
Whew.
That thing says excitement, like zombie-like stares at 15 degrees up all the time.
There,
Or
so
as Phil would say, like somebody gave them 25 hits of acid in the parking lot and they took it all at once. Catatonic crowd.
I mean, I guess he's just been busy. I guess people aren't asking anymore. It's been that long.
Huh. We'll have to see if we can dredge him up for season
Say the
3,
peop-
which we're going to launch pretty soon. We're still figuring things out. And by that, I mean we haven't really done anything yet for season 3, but we're working on it. Have some ideas, I guess. Just haven't started putting them.
Hey,
Looks
Eric,
like the
where would
Mustangs
they
have
go to
slotted
find out
rotors.
the latest on season 3?
It'll come up.
Did someone just lose a wheel or something there? What was that?
There was something flying off. I think it might have been a cone.
I think it's a cone. I feel cone.
Oh, okay.
But
As,
I suck
as
at
someone who
racing.
has lost.
Is where you'll find all the it's a cone.
Yeah, cone.
Yeah. Oh,
You'll
yeah.
find
That'd be
all-
Sorry, as someone who's lost the wheel, it's exciting when it happens, and you get to
Yeah,
watch
that
how
does-
far does your wheel go when you lose.
I think a Skippy race would be hilarious sometime with the damage model that it has. Because
Yes.
parts fly off. Yeah, I like to start in the back in Skippy race, especially whenever that damage model first came out, because you'd start like 10 or 15 seconds back, and then you get to, like at Montreal, you get to turn 1, and there'd be a debris field. And if you hit anything that was big enough, it would destroy your car too. So it was like Final Destination mixed with Days of Thunder at the same time. I really enjoyed it.
It's funny, Chris says it's exciting when you lose a wheel, but on the videotape and also on the radio, this was Chris's level of excitement. Wheel fell off.
So we've got a couple guys coming to pit road here after only 15 minutes.
That Camaro's out of gas.
I say these guys must need fuel.
I think Anton just broke his car.
Kimi Räikkönen, by the way, lost a wheel today. I don't know if you guys watched the F1 race, which was actually good for once.
I heard 9 DNFs and an awesome finish. That's interesting.
good. But yeah, F1 cars have wheel tethers, so the wheel isn't supposed to just fly off, and it did. It's kind of concerning, actually.
I
We
think
should start
it's-
implementing
it's-
wheel tethers and lemons. Like,
Oh, could you imagine what that would be? Yeah, well, we found some chain in the back, so we done chained it on. We chained it through the spokes.
I had some.
I had some rope.
It's nylon. Don't act like I'm stupid. We're using nylon rope. God.
I won't spoil the F1 race, but it was actually worth watching for the first time. Well, there were a couple good races last year, but most of the time it's pretty processional, and it wasn't. So,
Not wanting to spoil it, but it is interesting looking. Some of the folks that usually finish closer to the top did not. And I remember seeing something about Hamilton and a penalty before the race even started.
Hamiltron, yeah, took a qualifying penalty over some protest in the FIA's giant rule book that I don't understand. But you know, it was a weekend of racing that I actually watched a lot of, and I haven't taken a day to watch racing, but the IndyCar and the Xfinity races on the road course were fantastic at Indy yesterday.
Absolutely.
I would like to point out that 339 is dressed as a schoolgirl, and I'm into it.
Jordan Dunn, which car is yours? We can take a look at your scheme, see that it's incorrect, and see if we can address that issue for you.
Is it all schoolgirl, or are we just talking plaid?
Plaid.
Be Scottish. Did you just assume that car's gender?
It is tart.
That's clothing choice.
Emphasis on tart.
Genderless.
See, I thought it was a speed reference. It's going fast enough to have gone the plaid.
Or as someone referenced in the chat, corn dog buttholes, they could be lumbersexuals.
'91 is the car we're looking for.
Brandon. Yeah, it was like a factory Mazda thing, so apparently they've got something much more interesting. And with the magic of Bearded Sim Racer, he goes and refreshes everyone's trading paints. We are temporarily transported to bodies in white. That temporary is extended.
It's actually re-download.
Schoolgirl seat?
There you go. I'm guessing the issue is related to trading paints itself, or the fact that you guys are as a team. But I'm trying to think of how we can figure out. How do we figure out what Sean's team was last time? Because if we can figure out their team, I can probably fix their paint. Maybe. Can't remember. I can't remember how we did that. I remember it was difficult, but we did it.
So Joshua, tell us where the Knox Vegas Lowballers keep their paint.
In the
Jordan?
paint.
You mean Jordan?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan. Wow.
Reading comprehension. How does it work?
We'll continue to work on that. We'll refresh again momentarily and see if it updates.
Okay, I see this. That's your second refresh, and everyone else's paints are coming up.
Yeah, true. Sorry, Jordan. We tried.
And that's more than you should expect from this group. So,
Santiago not giving an inch here to the 48.
Weird to see actually fast cars in a Lemons race, virtual or otherwise.
You did air quotes when you said that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the NASCAR cars are actually fast, but
right up until the minute they have to slow down or turn.
Until they have to turn, which was funny watching the Xfinity race also yesterday when the NASCARs got to turn one, which is a 90-degree turn. They were going like 25 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, tops. Did you see the axle come out and go down the straightaway?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That was great, and I cannot believe there was not more. I like how they always call it grease, but I can't believe there wasn't more gear oil all over the track.
Yeah,
that he drove. Yeah,
although the dude whose brakes exploded was also pretty impressive.
Yes,
10 out of 10 for that fire.
Kaboom.
Sweet, this thing just about over?
Yep, only An hour and 39 minutes to go.
All right.
Right.
It's what, 8:30 where you are? You can get a beer. It's cool.
Another one? Sure.
Yeah.
Or 6. Sure.
I do like Kevin Bobe's livery there. There's so much happening there, and it's all good.
And Kevin, we're not falling for that again. I'm still like the marketing robot now thinks that I'm all into K-pop and keeps trying to.
Yes, the marketing robot thinks that. Totally wrong.
Oh, and one of the two cold trickles gets spun
Little wheel
around.
hop. Yeah, when you going down to first gear, there's not a great idea. I tried like 6 different gear sets last night, trying to find the best balance of enough torque because they get really bogged down. But if you go to where first gear is not quite tall enough, it'll wheel hop real bad, especially in turn 1.
The NASCAR V8s and these things, it's almost like they've got VTEC, yo. Because as soon as you hit about 5,500, it comes on the cam and goes.
Can we get a replay of that tape?
Hey, I see what you did there. Nicely done.
I'm here all night, folks.
All right, so he's already having issues coming into this corner. Trying to get around, I believe, is that Anton he's trying to get around? The perpetually bent car of Anton. Kisses the wall, looks like. No, it comes up clean out the wall.
Just a little,
wall helps
just
the
a little
turn,
bit.
You know,
I'm guessing there's going to be some contact here momentarily. Yep.
Anton says, "This is my line. There are many like it, but this one belongs to me."
Nice. Then there's a finishing touch coming. Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Miata. Nice.
Overlip. Backwards.
So when the 87 cars make wheel-to-wheel contact, the force seems to multiply. So that's what we saw there.
That's good
Mustang-
to know for the
Mustang
end
Gate.
of race demo derby.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it will be amazing.
that feels like actually
Especially you can
NASCAR
get a-
racing in '87.
That's
you
right.
can get a good 175 mile an hour run up to the demo derby here too.
Yes, you
with
can.
those
Yes, you
things.
do.
So for those that are listening to us while they're racing, if you discard the road course and just take the high bank oval all the way around, you can be doing about 205 when you come into the crash fest. It'll be fun.
Right.
Especially if
right.
you team up with a friend.
Let's all
and
coordinate
draft.
right about here.
Yes,
will be
this is where
a great
Crash Fest
spot.
needs to go.
Yeah, right about here. There we go. We'll just leave that camera there.
Yeah.
Tell your
We had
friends.
great. Mental, did you see when we raced the other night, and Jim hit somebody in Crash Fest that we had, and he had probably 12 barrel rolls, and then stuck the landing on his wheels on the
In an
track.
87?
In an 87, yeah.
Nice.
Very
That's
nice.
that's very encouraging. Very encouraging. That excites me.
If anyone
Yay.
makes contact with the blimp, we'll send them a free shirt.
We we had Pro 2s clear the cross bridge at Laguna this past
Yes.
Thursday. So
That was
yeah,
awesome.
who knows? Yes, it was.
Oh,
Little hot
oh.
into turn 1 for Tom Lamino. Nice recovery, keeps it on the track.
Every time you come into turn 1 in one of those damn things, it's always a little hot because they just don't
Yes.
break for shit.
No,
It's a shame.
That's
No.
right.
That's what the tires are for.
I was getting out of the gas before the start finish line and starting to brake at the start finish line to be able to make the corner consistently, but I felt like I was going very, very slow. But like we talked about, these cars, 87 cars, do not like to turn or go slow.
I only have 15-inch wheels, so like
Yes.
that's the same
Yeah.
size wheel that my Honda Civic has, and
That's right.
the brakes just barely fit in 15-inch wheels. So, yeah, let alone trying to stop one of those things.
I used to the new at the time technology of in footwell cameras on some of these cars when they would go to the road courses, and the dance that they would have to do on
Yes.
those pedals to get. And it was all 4-wheel slides. The brakes were only there in case of an emergency. They were slowing the car down with the wheel. They would just crank
Oh,
on the
yeah.
wheel, the car would slide, and then they would, heel toe, match rev downshift into whatever they were trying to do, and then just stomp on it again. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, the non-synchro transmissions in these cars, so they were
Yeah.
rev match or grinding them until you find them, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a footwell cam of like Ricky Rudd at
Absolutely,
Sonoma
yep.
or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God, that is a beautiful video.
In the Tide car, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, a few years ago, we had some dudes in a Civic with a GSR swap in it that ran a Tide Pods theme, which was
Nice.
see if I can find that.
That would be great. Shermanator out there for Eric Hesser. Ooh. Jeff Gordon's Fisherman coming in hot, but they did a good job working together there to get through the corner. This is the battle for the 4th position between Eric Hesser and Kevin Moebs. Sorry, Kevin, if I'm butchering your last name there. We'll go on board.
Eric, see if you can find that. Oh God, what was it? The Takata? Was it Takata airbags? We had a theme for that too, which was pretty fucking good.
That guy's actually one of Jeff Staub's like friends from a long time ago. Isn't that weird? Like totally random. Like has nothing to do with Lemons. He's known the guy forever. Jeff Staubs, who runs Lemons rallies. Yeah.
And that was actually a nice pass by Kevin Moebs until he went and screwed it all up right there. So, well done.
all of that just to come in a little too hot.
You blew it, pal.
You That's excellent.
All right. Well, another 4 laps. He'll see if he can make another chance.
Yeah, it is not enough to complete the pass. You must also stick the pass and keep it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There's the Tide Pods. Well done. Or is it Tide or Tried? It looks like Tried.
Looks like tried.
Tried.
That is
yeah.
excellent.
That was the team where, and I'm putting the photos in our chat so we can use them. So they went to this Honda shop, had them build like this super hot GSR motor to put in it. You know, they were going to dominate. First time team.
Of course. Absolutely. Horsepower
And,
key to all these races.
And so they went, one of the guys was like, well, I'll rebuild the head. Like somebody built the bottom end for them. They were going to rebuild the head. But they misread some part of the torque specs was in, God, what was it?
Mandarin.
Inch pounds or something. And they did, so it was like, you know, crap. I'm trying to think in my head. It was like 20 inch pounds, which is like, you know, 10 foot pounds or something. It was, that conversion's wrong, but it was like 100 or whatever. But they did 100 foot pounds on it. So the bearings were just ripping into everything. And there was just a fine dust of bearing all over everything. Worked out really well for them. So they put a non-cheaty motor back in it, or a normal like B18 head. And then immediately got smoked by a WRX that, you know, had no business being there either. So they got like 6 laps for the whole weekend, which totally sucked. But the theme was on point, I got to say.
Good.
That was Thunderhill.
Yeah, there's nothing in that bottom end that's over 60 pounds on anything in that whole motor. Really.
Yeah.
Somewhere on his computer, Chris has a picture of him shirtless doing head work in his kitchen for one of the Honda
For
head
his
builds.
OnlyFans page.
It was hot that day. Got to make rent somehow.
There's a Rule 34 in there somewhere.
The people what they want. pedal pumping porn than we get our own.
So Tom Lamino mentioned if we wanted his presence or would enjoy talking to him, he was down to join us at any time we'd like, just so you know.
Sure.
Let's wait till it get a little bit more of a tension area, like late where he's in contention for something and trying to make a pass. I feel like that's going to work out the best.
Yep.
Because then we get, old school Tom. What? God, what?
Yes.
It's like
Keep your kids away when we put Tom out there. Yeah.
Well, we can wait till later on tonight when it's a little later, like 10:30 or so.
Yeah. And Tom is a closet redneck from Long Island. I mean, he's had a Grand National and a Camaro and Trans Am and all them kind of things, which is about right for a guy that's 5'6". So it happens.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying I need a
Eric, you're not.
You're right, actually.
No, you're not. You're not trying to make up for anything. You got your focus. You're like, yeah, I'm cool.
I think it's all the wagons. All the wagons, it's like I'm going to compensate with B body wagons.
Well, I've never had a B body wagon.
Oh,
well, I did when I was a kid. My family had them. I had an A body wagon.
That's what it is. All right.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Little love tap there. Pushes him out. He's going to come back around. Yes, he is. Oh.
Nice job by that Solstice for not like this. Whatever that Solstice is, he saw the problem. He braked and he avoided the crash. So I want to give kudos to that guy who did the right thing.
Car number 2, I think that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Bryan. Well done.
Yep.
With the
Nice job, David.
Oh yeah, the Murley Arayak theme also.
Yeah. But what's even more interesting is it's the Jimmy Buffett side that's being aggressive. The Jimmy Buffett was what picked the fight there with the City Chevrolet.
Hey, parrot heads get into the drugs and the booze, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's fair. I feel like the Canadian side of it would have been sorry.
Oh, geez, can't believe we did that, eh?
Oh. And then now, this is when Phil were here, he would tell a story about one time that he met a Jimmy Buffett fan who was on acid and had a Richard Nixon sex doll and etc.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that because Phil's new neighbors apparently cranked Jimmy Buffett in their backyard. It drives him absolutely insane. It's not
I'm
quite.
sure he loves it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which it's not like Phil didn't have white noise that he can play at 170 decibels if he wants to.
I feel like you're always going to lose the annoying recording war against Phil.
Yeah.
Wait, so a man who had a annoying noise band in the 90s is not the one you want to pick a sound fight with.
That's correct.
Plus, he can
Especially the guy who will
go, Chris.
So he will rig up whatever junkyard random bits he will find.
Exactly.
And then you're gonna have to find the right key to shut it off when he throws it over the fence.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to build one of his ghetto fabulous boom boxes full of antiquated 80s Dodge Dynasty parts and just send it over the fence like a sound bomb.
Okay, have you ever seen A Clockwork Orange?
Oh, Santiago's tapping our David Pontiac there, going into that corner.
David Bryan's been in the middle of a lot of other people's problems.
Yes.
Through the Mustang Gate. The Mustang Gate is my favorite thing about this evening, by the way.
Yeah, it's most excellent.
Halberstang.
If someone, one of these really smart eye paints or trading paints people can figure out how to make your tires white or invisible, a Hoverstang would be an excellent theme for a Lemons race.
So I figured out why the Mustangs weren't there last night. We were in a practice, so whenever it goes to race, there's more crowds and more vehicles at the track. So I guess it doesn't take that into consideration with this layout. So that's a fun accidental win.
It's funny
Mustang
that
Gate.
they're parked on
Mustang
the
Gate.
racetrack. Yep.
Well, yeah, well, at least they're not on the racetrack. They're in the grass next to the racetrack, luckily. But yeah.
That did not play out
Accidental
the way
win.
I thought it was going to go with those three heavy, fast, unturning cars going into the bus stop. I thought we were definitely staring at mayhem, and they actually all three made it out quite well.
Lady Abernon in Twitch chat suggesting the first Twitch emoji for our channel should be a Richard Nixon mask.
I'm on it. I have it. My first Lemons car, we made a Richard Nixon theme to get the car past Phil without him looking at it, which worked amazingly well. It was,
That's
it was a
awesome.
91 Escort, and the conversation with Phil was literally, "Oh, Richard Nixon, this is great. What the hell is this thing? A Tempo? Whatever, I don't care. Class B, whatever. We take a million pictures." Yeah.
Hey, DKP Productions, Jeff Gordon loves you too.
It's like the time we did our Gangnam Style theme with our old Civic wagon. It's because we'd stuck a turbo on it and we didn't want anyone to look, so we did a Gangnam Style. No one even popped the hood. They're like, "Oh, you guys are B, right? Yeah, okay, cool."
Wow.
The best part about that was on practice, every new turbo, we go out and every lap our coolant temp rises by 5 degrees. So we ended up pulling the turbo off that night. So what a good that did.
Yeah, all that effort. But we did ruin Speedy Cop because he was trying to do a Gangnam Style theme, and we did it so much better that was his theme. I got outdone.
And that alone makes it 110% worth it.
Yes. All right, Sitko's still winning. He's increased his lead now by 25 seconds over
Just keep
Slovene.
seeing that lead crawl up.
Eric, I feel like you've got an audience here, and we would all chuckle.
No. Well, hey, Lady Alvernon, bailing me out here. Speaking of Speedy Cop, did he ever get his multi-wheel project together? I
No.
believe he sold it.
He did not. He built his wife a ninja warrior gym in his super shop, and you could see it in one of the backgrounds on there. But yeah, I think it never did. He either got rid of it or it's just awaiting attention.
All right, this requires visual aids. Hold on while I find it. This is an 8-wheeled car with two 12A rotaries allegedly synchronized, but he was never able to get the timing and the synchronization of the carbs and the fuel system right and the electrical system.
Because it's a 12A rotary. I had a first gen RX-7. You could never get that thing tuned up anyway.
Two of them.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't get one of them tuned, much less two in a row. Hesser just through that bus stop like a boss. Telling everybody at the bus stop to go get credit and get a job and buy their own car because he's having none of it.
Actual talent going on there. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Nice pass there.
Oh, that's an angry
my.
Mustang.
Oh
That's
my. Oh my.
Angry Stang. Ah, yes, there it is, Eric. Yeah, we could throw that up there, that four-wheeled thing.
Wow. Wow.
Speedy Cop,
Oh!
16 Lincoln.
Clang!
Yes. Patrick McNeely asking about that car. He had a pair of the front-wheel drive Lincoln Continentals from the 90s. He put a second V8 in the back of it, so he had two V8s, and it just never worked at all. I don't think. I think he got like 10 laps with it. Just never got around to fixing it.
So right there, Becker, the whole time he's like, I can save it, I can save it, I can save it, I can't
Yep,
save it.
nope. Don't look at the wall. Whatever you do, when you're going towards the wall, don't look at the wall.
That's in the chat for the cones there.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in well done Lincolns, check out Sajiv's Instagram, where he is. I think he spent more money restoring his Lincoln than Ford's been building that Lincoln.
Yeah, Sajiv Mehta. Yeah, that's not
Yes.
a great photo. That was the original like for sale photo. So it was some kind of automotive engineer like home built the thing. There's 2 Jaguar rear ends in the back that are somehow synchronized with like a drive shaft coupling that I didn't understand. The whole thing's built out of square tube, like 2-inch square tube. So it weighs an incredible amount. And then there's 2, 12A rotaries. The inside is all like this crazy switch gauge. It looks like the Millennium Falcon inside the thing. It is absolutely the craziest thing I've ever heard of, and some dude just built it. Never quite ran right, and Speedy Cap was going to make a Lemons car out of it, and just ended up backburnered. And I think he sold it, in the last 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
He's had that car for 10 years, though. So.
Yeah, I remember he had. That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the impetus behind one of his trailer purchases. Is he needed a trailer big enough to haul that thing.
Yeah.
Did Jay buy it?
Did Jay buy it? Oh. No.
Actually, he did. And Lisa, he's going to need you to drive it from Maryland across the country. So if you go ahead and do that, that would be great.
That's not funny to her at all.
Oh,
chat for Jimmy Buffett and Ruff.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett and Ruff.
Donald trying to go high around that Miata and just kissing the wall. I know what that's like on our Monday night race. I was getting I was a lap behind, so I'm getting the past the number 7 car. Past the Mr. 4 Speed. Thank you for the follow.
Mr. F4 Speed, Blake McCandless, thanks for the follow.
F4 Speed. Sorry, I missed that one.
Oh, his grandpa's Herb McCandless, badass Mopar drag racer pro stock.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's one of the guys that commentates that I produce over at Podium Esports. Awesome dude, Twitch streamer, all around good guy. Welcome to the stream, Blake.
Pro stock and like any door car drag racing, I'm extremely into. Love that stuff.
It's really just honest. Can car get there before other car?
Yeah. Pro Mod also fantastic to watch. I love watching Pro Mod racing.
And he ran the 4 speeds and would whoop up on the I guess his claim to fame was he could shift it a 4 speed and make it sound like an automatic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they still run H pattern in
That's
pro
awesome.
stocks.
That's awesome.
I think they're it's like a dog box like you would get in NASCAR now, but it's only the clutch pedal
Synchros,
to launch.
right? Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
So I can
Jericho.
shift. I can shift my car and make it sound like an automatic, but usually because I burned up the clutch. And
Or does that make it sound like a CVT?
Yeah.
Torque converter.
So there were no clutchless transmissions or magic, as he calls it. Okay, gotcha. Nice.
Nope, just grip it and rip it. Cring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen video. Blake showed me
Mental,
several
your car
videos.
is an automatic.
They would
One
build
of
the
my
cars
cars
up
is
so
an
much
automatic.
that you'd see the cars take off at the line, and his car wouldn't lift the left front like everybody else's would because it was so stiff. It would just go. That's all pretty
Yes.
awesome.
Now that is that. Yeah, that's
All the cars that run are automatic.
yeah. The Volvo will run. It just won't run very long.
So Matt Sicko still leading now by 29 seconds over Nate Schlavine running in second place in the Dale machine. Got Peter Monin in third in the first of our street stocks. Tom Lamino up to the 4th position, doing a nice job. Kevin Hesser in the top 5 in the Shermanator Mustang.
With an Xbox controller.
Yeah, he's getting it done.
Gotta appreciate that.
We had a guy qualify for and race really well in. I think he ended up in the top 10 in the Firecracker 400 on a controller. He's called the Controller King on Twitch.
Ah, very nice.
Pretty awesome.
Race for position right here.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't actually happen that often in Lemons.
Yeah, AJ Henderson. That's right.
He looks like he's gonna overcook this one.
Coming in hot. Nice job.
Yeah.
Keeps it on the track.
Yeah, it's fun.
Just
we go.
this exact conversation we just had. You can make the pass, but if you haven't thought about how you're going to make it stick after the pass, you're just literally spinning your wheels. That's meat racing advice right there.
Tell me more about this meat racing. Really hot, like Jeff Gordon's.
I'm hot Googling it right now.
Ah, there it is.
The Auburn on, that's the comment of the night right there.
Yes. And she mentioned earlier that Jeff Gordon's fish sticks should always be served hot, and I think just by virtue of being Jeff Gordon's fish sticks, they're hot. They're a self-contained heat source.
That's so bad. But so good.
Covered cold fusion, and it's Jeff Gordon.
That's right.
In fish stick
NASCAR Hall of
form.
Famer Jeff Gordon. That's right.
All right, Jeff, I want you to hold these fish sticks. Why am I doing this? Just hold the fish sticks. You do a lot of publicity appearances. You
We
don't
have
need to know
three cars here battling for position. All three of these cars that are right here, these three Mustangs. Look like it was a lot closer.
And Hesser kind of blew the exit coming out of the bus stop and given up position. Now he's trying to draft behind the angry fisherman, Jeff Gordon's fisherman's wife Mustang.
Jeff Gordon's waifu.
Which one? Yeah.
See if anybody makes it through turn one correctly here.
Oh. All
Nicely
right,
done.
Hesser gets it hauled down. Shermanator is not going to cut a 1 mile path through that particular southern city, but is instead going to lead on.
Ouch. Making that controller look great.
Yeah,
Incredible. That is incredible. I'm watching the right front tire right now. That's incredible. A little scrub there, but not too bad.
Tucks him back for the drift.
I'm more impressed that it's not drifting all over the track constantly, and you're not seeing like what we saw with the early Silly Hats races where it was like full lock. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's a little bit, but that was, dude, that's legit.
Yeah.
Not everybody's got room to set up a wheel and pedals. You know what I mean? That's cool that you can still do stuff like that and have a good time. Even being a purist, like I can still appreciate that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, like this is back in the old Sony PlayStation 1 with Gran Turismo. This is how you raced. Grumpy Pirate, appreciate the compliment there, and I'm going to absolutely try and fight the urge to turn into that 80s baseball announcer.
You don't need mental doing.
Oh
Vin
yeah,
Scully.
yeah. This is more of like
don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
So this is more of like a Twitch stream and a podcast at the same time, more than like a race broadcast. So
Absolutely.
we're glad that you're enjoying it. We try to keep it unique here and just do our own thing. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for tuning in, Grumpy Pirate.
Who is the Yankees guy? The really annoying TV guy. Was it Mike Francesca? Is that the guy? Anybody in the chat?
Not sure.
Yeah. There's one really awful Yankees
I know
announcer.
Bob Uecker was always my favorite.
Awful.
And that was before Major League was a thing. Always Bob Uecker.
Yes, Bob Uecker.
I grew up near Chicago as a White Sox fan, but the Cubs were always on TV. And Harry Carey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because he was totally hammered by the fourth inning, which is not super different from what we're doing here.
There you go.
And
Hot dog. Would you eat yourself?
Fourth inning, actually.
Hey, we're 9 minutes from halfway. It's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it Will Ferrell that did the Harry?
Yes,
That's so
that's
good.
my yes, yeah. If the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?
Yeah. If you never watched a Harry Carey game, like that wasn't that far off because he'd try and like spell players' names backwards, but he was absolutely schnockered. So he's like, "Well, Gasolovich spelled backwards is CZ." This broadcast brought to you by Budweiser.
Yeah, we had WGN like my whole life, so I got to watch quite a few of those myself.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And the production guy would always like cut to the bleachers like on a summer day. There'd be, Cubs. Yeah, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Chicago, but Wrigleyville.
Rookie of the year looking fans, like from the scenes of Rookie of the Year, like the guys that are yelling at the like throw it back. Those kind of people.
There would inevitably be, like 20-something woman with like, a tank top on and cleavage.
Yeah.
They would cut to that and like be like, "Hey Harry, look at that." And then like, really? Lots of great looking fans. Look at that. It's just like, oh my God. Like,
have you guys watched Brockmire?
It's Brockmire. It totally was Brockmire. Yeah.
Yes.
I love Hank
call.
Azaria. So when
Hank
Brockmire
Azaria
started, I'm like, oh, this is brilliant.
Larry Horse throwing the deepest Cubs reference I've seen in a while with Hector Villanueva, the fat catcher of the Cubs.
Yes. Yes.
The dude was like 280. I mean, like a baseball card probably said like 215, but
baseball cards, are those still a thing?
I don't know. I still have thousands of the stupid things. Yeah.
You only got to put them on the spokes of your bicycle. So
I forgot about baseball cards, man. I used to have that.
So many of them. So many of them. In fact,
and the awesome like pictures in like the 80s, man. Those were my favorite.
Yeah, and you got the Billy Ripken story. Classic. Are you familiar with
I like
that?
the ones that people hack baseball cards. Like they just draw stuff out to make them say terrible things. That's a fun thing on the internet now.
Oh, and God, who's the dude? Oh, this is gonna bother me. This story was just big on the internet. There was some dude. He was like a minor league pitcher, journeyman reliever, but he like bribed the cameraman to like take his baseball card photo of him getting hit in the nuts with a baseball.
No way.
No, I remember this. I got to Google this now because I remember reading about this.
It's so good. And like the PR guy was like, "You can't do that. Like you can't do that." And like he bribed the cameraman to like only take photos of him getting hit in the nuts with a baseball. So the only photo they had to use was this one.
No way.
It's so
where's
good.
That
it's
that picture at?
Team. Yeah, it exists.
And those cards are because they tried to like it was Keith Comstock.
Yes.
And it looks like he's getting hit in the crotch, and like they pulled him back in or something. But if you Google here, I'm gonna see if I can't put it in our chat.
That's funny. We're talking about baseball announcers.
Want to? Yeah. Whoever did that, he's got a spot on our team. So come on.
Nice. It's funny. We were talking about baseball announcers. That's actually what pre-pandemic. What Mr. F4 Speed in the chat. That's what he did. Actually, was a baseball announcer. Yes, out here in North Carolina. So that's pretty cool.
There was a. Oh goodness, he's a third. His grandfather was a famous Cosell's grandson. That's what it is. Howard Cosell's grandson is a minor league announcer, and when the COVID hit, he was doing call-ups. So just for people for free, he was doing like 50 of them a day. But for people like grandsons or just anybody that wanted to go, there's Keith Comstock of the Las Vegas Stars. Of course, he plays for Vegas. Oh, this makes so much more sense.
Yeah, lady all around through the story in there. It's great. The story is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. File that one under saved for later. That's a good laugh.
You and Lisa both.
I love that. Like,
I'm not because I'm busy right now.
What are you busy with? Things? Nothing?
Yes.
And you should knock before you come in. That's all I'm saying.
Keith Comstock also had a killer mustache going on there. That's the great 80s baseball stash. Yeah. A+. I mean, he's no Raleigh Fingers, but, who is?
Not everyone can rock a mustache like that, but I like anyone that tries.
Yeah.
I've tried the mustache. Like, anytime I've shaved my beard, like, you shave it into the mustache first. I think everybody does this. And then you, like, wear it for, like, an hour or two, and then, like, you catch yourself in the mirror. And,
And then your daughter says, "Daddy, why are you scary?"
Yeah, exactly. It's like your own litmus test for yourself, because, like, if you catch yourself in the mirror, you're like, "Oh God, that's creepy. Like, who's that asshole?" You're like, "Oh no, I got to get rid of this thing." And that's what.
Every March is a Air Force tradition. We all grow our combat mustaches, and as my co-host and my wife can advertise, mine starts creepy and gets worse from there.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You're like, I feel like I've been violated when I start seeing you about 2 weeks in, and I'm a couple thousand miles away.
I live for Movember. It's like my favorite holiday.
Nice.
Well, Michael, at least you can grow, and Eric, so you can grow anything. Like, if I try to grow out the facial hair I have, it ends up being like the worst, scraggliest, like mutton chops, and then like under chin and this terrible mustache. Like, it doesn't work.
Chrissy's laughing in the
hair.
background. Chrissy's laughing in the background totally makes that description. But
Yeah, and she knows it's true. Yep. One time, like, I didn't shave for a week, and I was like, "Oh, this will be funny. I'll just, leave the mustache." And I did, and it was so gross. And I left it for a couple days because my ex-girlfriend at the time was like, "You look terrible." I'm like, "Yep," and just kept it.
that is correct.
That didn't work out.
And while maintaining eye contact, we're like, why?
So it's funny, I have the whole beard, but, like, the beard growth, like, covers the patches that I can't grow in, which happen to be, like, right where a mustache would grow in, like, properly. So if I grow a mustache, there's, like, patches in it, and it looks awful. That's why I can only have a beard. I can't do the mustache, because then I do look patchy and like I'm probably camping out outside your house. So
Without a beard, you look 14.
exactly, yeah, pretty much.
Just give me the beer, Mr. 7-Eleven guy. No, I'm sorry. I know your ID says you're 29, but no.
Fine, I'll call Gilligan. He bought me beer when I was 17. Everybody had a guy, right? My guy's name was Gilligan.
So at the time in Georgia, well, not Georgia, rather South Carolina, there was a
Sir, is this your van?
convenience store.
Is this your van parked here? No.
Exactly. I won't go into detail about Gilligan, but he was a mid-20s guy hanging out with high school kids and buying them beers. So that's pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, I love them high school girls. I get older, they stay the same age.
They stay the same age. There was a gas station in the middle of nowhere outside of Lawrence, South Carolina. It was a 45-minute drive, and you'd go there, and they just didn't check your ID, and they were just honest about it. And I remember one time we went out there to get our suitcase of Bud before we went driving around drinking, because that's what smart kids did in the South and when I was in high school. And the guy looks at me and says, "Are you 18?" Because that was the drinking age at the time. And I said, "No." Like, dude, I'm in here every weekend. How do you not know I'm 18? He goes, "I can't sell you beer." And I just felt like this huge gut punch of, oh God, what are we going to do now? And he goes, "But I can sell it to this guy." And there was a guy that sat on a bar stool at the edge of the counter reading the paper, and he goes, "And he will carry it out to your car and you will tip him." And so you actually had to hand him the money, then he handed it to the register, got the change back, and then you just waved off the change, and then he would grab the case of beer and put it in the trunk of your car.
That's amazing. You have to do the-
I have a story like that too, but it just ends with "Thanks, Dad."
So This one's a few years old, but this is Mustache March when I was deployed in 2011 in the chat window.
Here in the Northeast, instead of getting the guy at the counter to buy your beer, you just had to find like the creme de menthe or Midori in the back of the liquor cabinet that no one's going to notice was missing. Yep, I feel violated just by looking at that picture.
There's the mental stash.
Yes.
Man, Mental, you didn't have to do the working for the city routine from Dazed and Confused when you went to the liquor store.
Hey, that's money in my pocket.
I think I left my ID. We left our IDs in the truck.
Emporium.
Oh, the midpoint of the race snuck past us. Sitco
Yes, it did.
is now Sitco is now a full lap ahead of second place. Can we randomly black flag him?
Can I do that
That's a full
tonight?
minute. Yeah.
I can
we heard
tonight.
you had a fuel leak. That's what it was.
Oh, fuel leak. Oh.
It's just
Hold
the
on,
famous
here.
lemon tattling strategy.
Hey, you're in the booth, Matt Sitko. We've got reports of your car leaking fuel. We need you to come to pit road.
What's that?
Matt
Hit a
Sitko?
wall?
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. That'll work. How's your race going, Matt?
So far, so good. Haven't killed anybody. Haven't met Dale.
Haven't met Dale. That's important. I'm disappointed that the team car doesn't have the mustache like your Dale car does.
You know, when you realize 55 minutes before the race starts that, wait, did we set a team paint?
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
It's actually on Trading Paints, but luckily Jared thought ahead of time to just throw whatever on. And there's only one other car with it on at the moment, which is nice.
There you go.
Yeah, you're totally crushing him.
What's that? Crush him into a wall?
Yes. Again, you have a fuel leak. We're going to need you to bring it in.
So yeah, you're doing a fantastic job for Team Bear Pope tonight, and thanks for joining us in the booth, Matt. Good luck in the rest of the race, and you have a 1 minute lead, so take your time here with traffic.
Or hit a wall.
Or hit a wall.
Or hit a wall.
I mean, there are 3 slower cars in front of me, and it's really tempting.
Not anymore now. Now they're gone.
Well, thank you for joining us, Matt, and good luck.
He's actually going to do it. Now that's a good sport. Thank you, Matt. Matt, you're
Oh, wait a
awesome.
minute.
You totally get this. Well done,
Really?
Matt.
Did you actually need fuel? Did you actually need fuel, Matt, or are you just doing this to humor us?
I mean, whatever makes us look better for you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, make sure
All
that
right,
cap's
well,
on tight when you get in there. Right.
Second place is just now getting to the bus stop.
God. All right, so
With those 87, you got to pit every like 8 laps anyway, so
Yeah.
it's gonna happen soon. Might as well do it now.
So for those listening on YouTube, maybe not necessarily watching, it's worth a reminder from our commenter, Lady Abernon, this midpoint race to remind you that it's brought to you by Jeff Gordon's Fish Sticks, and they'll keep you warm long after the flavor is gone.
That's so bad. So good, but so bad.
Do you enjoy putting Jeff Gordon's fish sticks in your mouth?
There it is. There it is. There it is. Who's running for freaking president? Give me a break.
At this point, it's not even whether or not I enjoy it. I almost feel like I need to.
Good point, lady.
Yep.
This black flag pit stop brought to you by Mad Dog 2020, the only choice on your ballot. Magic Man. The Magic Man is the guy that painted the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman car. So, thanks for tuning in, Andy. How you doing tonight?
That is an excellent. Or the one you put in chat, or the Mustang that's running right now.
The one in chat.
You have to share
The
that
one
for
from
our
earlier.
readers because it is beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can show that.
Our viewers, rather, readers.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Where do you have readers? Like, yes, listeners we've got, viewers we've got.
know.
Oh, there goes your leader. He's about to get hit.
Oh,
They did a driver change.
Doppelganger!
That's in the chat for his lead as Shleveen is now about a second behind him.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that lead went nowhere fast.
And thanks to Matt Sitko for making a race of it.
Yeah, they did a driver change also.
Yes.
Jared Duclos then in it now?
Oh, Jimmy Buffett running it down.
Coming in hot.
Oh, and Jimmy Buffett blows the exit of the bus stop, letting Duclos.
not quite absent chat, but
Not quite, yeah.
There's a look at the Jeff Gordon's Fisherman
nice
car.
That's a thing of beauty. Can people download that?
Yeah, it's on Trading Paints actually.
That is wonderful. I will forever be running the Jeff Gordon's fish sticks.
Let's see here. I will post a link to it in the chat. It's actually on the Discord server in general.
It's
As
on
leads
his
the
trading
production
paints.
Perfect
Magic
timing.
Man,
Yeah,
what
it
is your trading paints ID?
Oh, I've got it here. I put it in
Okay,
the
excellent. All right, cool.
yeah, I'll put it in the broadcast chat for everybody to check it out. Anybody out there that is a Lemons fan and that does iRacing?
I want to start running that in other series where they don't get the joke because it looks so real. It'll be one of those, wait, is that what I think I see? Oh, yes. Must click. The third, yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So we have figured out our first 3 emojis for Twitch, and I agree, those would be good ones. It could also be Discord emojis too.
True.
It's a good race for position here, maybe?
Really. Our lumber sexual.
And the Yamato.
Or maybe someone who just listens to a lot of grunge. You know, we're running the 87s. It's an 87 90s paint scheme.
87 was way before grunge. Just saying.
Well, before the world knew grunge. Yeah, it
91,
was.
But yeah.
All right, yeah.
Mudhoney was around in 87, if you want to get super
Yeah,
music nerdy.
Mudhoney.
Yeah.
Nice.
now where's Phil to tell us about? Well, if you really wanted before Mudhoney, there was the who the hell?
Probably more of my territory, actually, but yeah. I'm the music. I'm the not sound, no, not white noise music fan of the
True. I was
Do we have any
alive
punny
enough
requests
now.
for the car painter? Because he's offering his services if anybody would like another lemon pun paint job.
Oh man,
Sorry, Chris.
We'll have to figure that out at some point.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, I was done.
Some lockup there. Good times.
The stealthy car of 714.
We got Tom Pyrek, who missed the start in the 455 because he was busy petting his cats.
That's what they call it.
Someone give that man a medal.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that Matt was in the booth still. Matt, how you doing?
I mean, I'm not
Honestly-
driving, so worse. You ever just
Okay,
kind of sit
word.
and watch Destiny just unfold before you, man? Just crazy, man.
Every single Lemons race. Yes. Boy, once you've seen Dave Montoya in a Speedo, you just can't get that out of your mind.
As much as you want.
Well, I had, but then you said
Yep. As much as you want that to be gone, it always comes back.
Clorox. Bleach your eyes. Bleach your eyes. Oh,
there goes-
F's in
there goes
chat for all those
Bleach.
cones. Thanks, Jared.
And
You know,
Jimmy
Matt,
Buffett
we
and
really
Russ-
shouldn't have pulled you in. We should have left you there.
Oh, no, I'm not driving. We can all mock my teammate together.
Well, have at it. You have a mic, go for it.
You did hand him a 1 minute lead.
Now down to 3 seconds.
I think Nathan stalls to pit, but maybe not. Maybe he's finally figured out that fuel hack. So you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
get any good? You guys get any good footage of people saving their tires by lifting one of them in the air?
Yeah, definitely.
This is
way to
this
do it.
87 camera is brilliant. This is right up there with the bullet chase quality cinema. I am loving
yeah.
this view. And it looks like he may have actually gotten around Jared.
He is 4 seconds back. That is Jared up there
Oh,
getting
okay.
ready,
Sorry,
going into
yeah.
the right-hander. Yeah,
All right.
down to 3.8.
I'm getting my City Chevrolet cars confused.
Yeah, there's
There's one
we're
right
on board.
behind him.
Yeah. Yep, there is. There's how close they are. First
Oh,
and second.
this is going to be an interesting bus stop in a lap. Not this one, but the next one. Oh, Mustang spun. Oh, but he recovers. All right.
Peter Monin still leading the way, with Kevin Mobes running in second in a Mustang.
Kind of a beat up Mustang, but he's doing a good job of it.
Yep. Tom Lamino now still in fourth, still in the top five. Or excuse me, he's fourth in class. Peter McDade now in the fifth position, third in class. We see Tony Payne running third in class, seventh overall in the Motor Crap Junk Parts Mustang, headed through the Mustang Gate. Eric Hesser for Wisconsin Crap Racing. Tom Pyrick in the pits. Santiago Iglesias leading. Is it Class C with the Miatas? Whatever. It's the third class. We'll call it that.
The fancy Miatas. He's got the fancy
I think
other Miatas are B or think.
the
yeah.
classes are the same ABC plus we made the 87s unlimited. So it's like a
nice.
extra category.
It changed the colors on my screen because I'm used to A being in red, at least on my timing screen. So I was like, oh, more sense. So what is Project Melody? Kyle P.
I don't know. That's Kyle. Because it's spelled new agey, so clearly it's something you kids are doing.
Don't Google it.
Google it. All right, good to know.
Thanks, Andy. Good looking out.
They just want those page clicks.
All right. If I can do it in less than 30 seconds, I
10-4.
think I can stay out of copyright violation if we get another one of those cool 87 in-car videos.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Feeling pretty Harry Carey sixth inning here, so
Yeah,
maybe
it
I'll
looks like
try and pronounce
Nate.
somebody's name backwards.
And then say Nate looks like Nate just pitted.
He's through the Mustang Gate, which looks great from the onboard, by the way.
Yes, it does.
The Twitch chat seems to know a lot about the dirty part of the internet. Not surprised.
Seriously.
I'm the picture of innocence, so I know nothing about it, of course.
Even the guy had that mustache. I'm being educated right now, and these are all things I don't want to know.
Right.
Sometime I should show you my dad's mustache. He has had the same mustache since I was a kid, and it is an epic mustache.
Excellent.
He's got the classic cookie duster.
Please bring your dad to a race. I have so many questions.
They won't be answered. It's the same thing. Everybody's ever met my dad. They're like, I'm more confused now. I thought it would answer some questions, and now I really don't understand anything.
Same. Yep, pretty much. How do you feel about Midwestern stoicism?
I feel like you're going to get a Kimi Räikkönen answer on that one. Yes.
Yep, pretty much.
feel like that supports the GM B body wagons back in the day. Like it all comes together.
Yeah. Have I mentioned on these broadcasts? Have I mentioned my family car history? Because it's pretty good in a bad way. I mean,
No, you haven't. I can't wait to hear it.
About your brother. Your brother.
Well, we'll get to that. So I came home from the hospital in an AMC Matador wagon, which of course overheated and broke down on the way home on a 100-degree day. So I waited under a tree with my mom while my dad fixed the car with curse words and a wrench. So after
Mostly curse words.
So he drove that Matador forever, and I barely remember it, but I remember it when I was like 5. Sure. And I remember him coming home from work. I don't know, early or whatever. I just remember not expecting the car and hearing the as it came up the driveway, because the exhaust had obviously broken many years before that. He just drove it anyway. So there were fist-sized rust holes all over the car, and the picture of that car, just so 70s brown, all over with giant rust holes and a broken exhaust. Like, fantastic. Once we got rid of that, he got rid of that and ended up with a safari wagon, or an S10, and got my mom a safari wagon, because I'm the youngest of 5, so there were 7 of us, and we literally used the station wagon. It was as it was intended. So there was a green safari wagon, like an 84, somewhere in there.
Oh, green too.
Yeah, it was refrigerator green. You remember when there were green refrigerators?
Oh, absolutely. Avocado, I think's the phrase.
Yeah. And we had a brown refrigerator, I should also mention, because of course. And then I don't remember what happened to the safari wagon. It died, but my parents then got a Caprice wagon, white with the wood paneling. And that was the car that my brother Phil, when he was 16, was driving somewhere in DeKalb, Illinois, and rear-ended a parked flower van. It just totaled it and the van. So at that point, growing up in the...
Did he get to keep any flowers, though? At the time? I mean, that would make you feel
I don't
better.
know. I remember that my dad was somehow more angry because it was a flower van. I don't know if he just thought ironing wasn't funny. I don't understand.
It wasn't a macho enough death for the wagon.
That's right. But at that point, my parents, I didn't grow up with a ton of disposable money, so it was like, well, what can we afford now? And they bought 2 Ford Escorts to cart 8 or 7 people around with. So instead of us being in one car, if we had to go anywhere, we went in a gray Ford Escort and a red Ford Escort, like mid-80s.
Approximately what year was this, Eric?
This was like 1991, 92, somewhere in. And the cars
which one?
It was the old style Escort, not the Mazda based one.
That's right. It was the mid 80s, like even the pre-refresh ones. They were like 83 and 84 or something like that.
The one they'd been nursing since the late 70s.
Yeah, right, and I can still, in my mind, I can still smell the red Escort. It just smelled like hot plastic in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
It just smelled like burning somehow. But the best part would be like, we'd all be going to church and, 2 Ford Escorts full of a bunch of,
Catholics,
super pasty Norwegian Catholics, we'd dump out and, it was like the damn clown car, like emptying straight into the church parking lot. And, they would run real bad. They were just trash. They were so used up because it was a 6-year-old economy car from the early 80s,
So, but you had to have a favorite one, and with all those brothers, you guys had to fight over, like, I'm not going in the red one, it sucks, I want to go in the gray one.
Yeah, no, the red one was awful.
And you were the youngest, so you probably got stuck in the red one all the time.
That's right. And we used to fight over the way back in the wagons, because of course you did.
Of course.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Chrissy and I just got a fairly new Mercedes E400 wagon, and it still has way-back seats, although we don't know how it's possible to use them because children until they're like 12 have to be in booster seats.
Right.
And by the time you're old enough to be 12, you won't fit in the way-back seats of the E400. So, no clue. But we have them. I don't know what we're going to do with them.
You can't put a booster seat in the waybacks?
Well, then it's gonna hit the roof because it's all aerodynamic and stuff. So like it tapers as it gets toward the back.
Corndog Butthole says they're for mothers-in-law.
Yes, but Chrissy's mom rides up front because she's Chrissy's mom. Unless she's
Everyone
being
who said Chrissy's
chauffeured.
mom's cookies at a race will not suggest that she ride in the third row. Also, like you're gonna have to like pull her out of there.
Yes.
Although funny, one time Chrissy took her mom for a ride in the NSX one day, and we got home where she's like, "You gotta help me out." So,
John Butler with a great comment from Facebook that international Roman Catholic country squires in our town. What part of the Midwest are you from, John Butler? Because that's on the money. I do remember we took a trip to like Southwest Wisconsin when I was 7, and for whatever reason, I think my oldest brother Phil wanted the back seat, so he had the way back, and I was in the middle seat between my sister Amy and my brother Joe, and they both got car sick on the way there. Like on either side of me. It was like the worst 2 hours of my life because they each had a giant garbage bag and they were just ugh.
That was preparing you for working in lemons later.
That's right. Yeah.
Fire clone. We took the diesel Jettas out because, damn it, it's the 4th of July, and we put NASCARs in because freedom. All right, so you just grab yourself a couple of Gordon's fish sticks and just settle down.
Grab a couple of Gordon's fish sticks and simmer down. That should be our catchphrase forever now.
That's the saddest phrase I've ever heard on iRacing for sure.
Now, just to clarify, how many Miatas do we have in this race?
Too many. Everybody's
Some.
driving stock cars.
Yeah.
It's like 7 or something. It was probably carbon monoxide poisoning. That's a great theory, actually. Those cars also smelled. I can still smell the Caprice wagon. You remember how, like, when you turn the air conditioning on, it would just blow out like this hot, awful smell for a little while? Does everybody else remember those? Yeah.
Yeah. It's called mold.
That was when I was a grown-up because
Yes.
none of my cars had air conditioning growing up.
Yeah, it smelled like mold.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So hearing all the parents' car stories, I'm totally spoiled. Like my mom had Honda Civic wagons, which one of the last of which became our second Lemons car.
Yeah.
And my dad had a
Dude,
series
no
of
way.
Mercedes S classes and then Lexus LS 400s until now he drives an Accord. He's like, yeah, it's good. It works. So
Yeah.
well. Although the best story about the S-Class my dad had is back in the 70s when the fuel crisis, he had a 79 300 SD. So like idle clatter races now, except he bought it new and paid all the money for it. But then he put an auxiliary 20-gallon gas tank in the trunk. So between the stock tank and the auxiliary tank, he could go 1,000 miles between Phillips. And at the time, that was fantastic.
That's still amazing.
Yes.
And he also...
40 gallons, but still.
So it worked enough. But he actually even had in the house we had electric heat. He had an oil heat tank put in, and he had someone fill it up with oil heat, which is just dyed diesel fuel, in the garage. It wasn't connected to a damn thing, just in case. Because it was oil crisis. He wanted to make sure he could get to work, which was his own printing company, so like whatever, who knows. But when we sold that house in 1996, that oil tank was still there, still full. Not our problem.
Gary. Well done. Good recovery there, Gary. Is that the other Miata we just saw? Is that a Sharknado, or is there a play on words that I'm missing?
It says Yamato on it, which was
never mind.
World War II Japanese warship, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think he was an admiral.
Or an admiral.
It was. I think it was an admiral and then a warship.
Yeah.
Yes.
a very large warship. Maybe the biggest one? Doesn't really matter.
Trying to end it.
I will say that eventually the two escorts, maybe the escorts were before the Caprice wagon. Doesn't really matter. But it was replaced with
Space Battleship Yamato. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. This is back from like week 1,
done.
season 1, week 1.
Star Blazers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Party like it's
Oh, yeah,
$21.99.
the star. It's on the back of the thing. Okay, and that's why it looks like a shark, because it had the giant gun that they used to fire at as the climax of every episode.
There you go.
Well done.
Yeah.
It looks like it's ready for a climax of some sort.
Right? This is like a season 1 Lemons throwback livery. Very nice.
See it now on Raymond's OnlyFans page.
Oh!
F's in the chat for the neighborhood trolley.
When he said, "Do you want to be my neighbor?" that's not what they meant.
That's right. What happened there? Somebody spin in front of them?
It was a speedy delivery, yo.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy Buffett hit the brakes and off to Margaritaville? No. Sorry.
I'm just gonna let you simmer in that.
Yep. I'll just cook in that stew. Just throw some Gordon's fish sticks in there.
Sit down with a moosh long.
Yes.
Absolutely. Mooshlong goes great with Gordon. Good cold mooshlong and some hot Gordon's fish sticks. You're living large.
Baby, you got a stew cooking.
If you guys want a fun fact, while that neighborhood trolley car was spinning out, my partner said a Windows notification popped up in VR covering that car. And he had a giant Windows blind spot cut out to the left.
Get Bill Gates in here.
Like
He
the
told us
Xbox
Windows 98
dog
would be
I
faster
had.
and more efficient.
Oh, it is faster with only 30%.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Nick Shereen just had the worst 100 feet of racing in the world right there.
That's a shame, Nate, because you were creeping up on, you were within 4 seconds of Mr. Duclos and not anymore.
And he got pit maneuvered by the 10, and then once he recovered, the other car was going around the outside and spun into him.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's a tappy tap.
And then he corrected
That is a nice recovery.
as the 52 started sliding.
You know, it's like he was the youngest brother, and his sister and his brother both got car sick on him.
That's exactly what that was like. And then their parents bought an Aerostar, and everything got worse. Funny story about the Aerostar.
I got one too. Go ahead.
So my parents lent the Aerostar to my brother-in-law. I was like 12, I think, to go to the Chicago Auto Show for the weekend. So we stayed in Chicago with my brother-in-law, and my brother and I, both my brothers and my nephew and I went to the Chicago Auto Show. And as happens on every Aerostar, this one's transmission hella blew up on 290, like in Chicago, just outside,
Yikes.
like downtown, just far enough outside of downtown. This is in like 1997, so none of us had a cell phone. None of us, there's no internet, there's no nothing. There's just the car's dead. And so like we had it towed the shortest distance we could to a gas station. And then we walked about 6 miles to Union Station in downtown Chicago and took a train out. My dad picked us up at 12:40 or something. But, that Aerostar died in the most inconvenient place ever, as I think all Aerostars do, which are, by the way, horrible, horrible things.
That's why none of them are around.
That's right. Although, curiously enough,
I saw one a week ago, and I said, "Holy crap! It's an Aerostar!" As I went by it.
I saw two in the same day, but it was the first time I'd seen one in 3 years or something. It's nuts.
It makes me think a van. My dad, aside from the S-Class and LS400s, liked vans. So like I was brought home from the hospital in a Chevy Beauville van because that was sweet. But then, after my dad got tired of Chevys, he got a 1991 Mazda MPV 4-wheel drive.
Those things are cool.
And when's the last? Yeah, they are. But when's the last time you saw one?
I saw one in a junkyard.
Never.
And
Yeah, exactly.
They're as cool, legitimately cool as a minivan can be. Full stop. Those things are amazing.
Oh. And I hella jumped that thing off of all kinds of stuff because I was 17, and that would make great sense. I off-roaded it. It had Goodyear Aqua treads on it, which were hella terrible off-road, but that didn't stop me. Oh well. So when we're talking about terrible minivans of our childhood, I gotta pour some out for the Mazda MPV 4-wheel drive for doing its best, except then it eventually succumbed to rust like most Mazdas do.
That's right. Well, I want to hear Ryan's Aerostar story as well.
You're going to say the Aerostar, the local Ford dealership to where I went to high school, John Bleakley Ford. It's the building's still there, but it's not that. But John Bleakley was a good friend of Steve Saleen, and every
story.
Sure.
Bleakley Ford is the best dealership name I've ever heard.
That's almost as good as Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet.
Fair enough.
Oh my God.
But he was good friends with Steve Saleen, and every year used to get one of the first 10 of the Saleen Mustangs. And when Steve Saleen was deep in his involvement with Ford, Steve Saleen was doing Saleen Rangers, and he did Saleen Aerostars. John Bleakley Ford was one of the dealers of the Saleen reimagined Ford Aerostars.
All right, I need to Google that. I don't believe
it's
you.
very 80s. It's got a lot of body kits on it. It's got the Ronal 5 stars.
So I don't really per se have an Aerostar story, but my best friend in high school, the first two cars he had were both Gen 2 RX-7s, and his third vehicle was a Ford Aerostar minivan that had like a high output motor out of a Mercury Cougar in it.
Oh, wow.
And it would do burnouts. It was great.
Huh.
I think it was a big V6. I don't know which, like a 3.5 or something. Yeah.
I guess. Weird. I don't know about an Aerostar. The internet doesn't know about an Aerostar, but it does know about the Windstar, which is the horrible front wheel drive. It's a Taurus.
Yes.
A tall Taurus.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
God awful.
Do you think we have enough clout with iRacing to get one of those added in game?
God, I hope.
Yes.
Probably not. Yeah, no.
So can I request a Previa?
Actually,
Sure.
yeah. A whole minivan that would be amazing.
Whoa!
'Cause, I mean,
that
you could
looks
have-
that Aerostar looks totally right. That actually looks right. The one that the lady
Windstar?
posted.
Yeah.
No, the Aerostar, the Saleen. Yes, that looks exactly correct.
The Windstar. That one's a Windstar, but yes.
No. Click the link in the Twitch chat if you have the stream up. If
okay.
you don't, if
she
you
found
don't
it.
stand by, if you don't stand by, I'll be posting the picture shortly.
Go for it. Yeah. All right. See, and she's an automotive writer, or where she was, and if I'm not mistaken, is still working for Haggerty, freelance. But
I just want everybody to appreciate that this isn't the kind of broadcast you get at a NASCAR where we're throwing up pictures of Aerostars and Windstars like it matters.
Right?
yeah. And while we were talking about this, I wanted to bring up, because we went down the Star Blazers path with Yamamoto.
Here's the
and Battleship
Windstar.
Yamamoto.
There's the Windstar.
There's the Saleen Windstar. Yes.
It's
No, this is just the regular Windstar.
good. Lady Auburn and I probably know who you are in real life, but
Mental
can't
does.
place you. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. Oh
There
yeah.
you go.
Amy. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That is pretty much exactly what my buddy had.
Well done. Yeah. Yeah.
Weaves on that thing. Oh my God.
Big burnouts. Lots of fun.
Yeah. She and I were on the staff of the Truth About Cars back in the day with Baruth, Sajeev.
Okay.
Oh God.
The background of that Aerostar photo was tied.
Tied. Absolutely, it was tied. We were talking about Admiral Yamamoto.
Liquid Tide Trans Am S Team SCCA Pro Racing, to be specific.
That was around
That's a
the
lot.
time when Trans Am was flailing in its death throes.
Yes, and because they were trying the trucks. They had the SCCA touring trucks that because every pizza delivery company had a baseline truck, and they were racing those. Remember the Jeep Comanches and the Ford
Oh,
Rangers?
you're talking
and,
about the Archer brothers.
oh God, yes, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, the big rig is a Ford. Good call. And this song totally reminds me of Garbage, by the way. You guys remember Garbage?
Yeah, I still have Garbage on my Mental is Getting Cocky playlist on Spotify.
That's
Is it I
awesome.
Think I'm Paranoid from Gran Turismo 2?
Yes.
There's but also, well, I'm also thinking the favorite game, which is the Cardigans, actually, not Garbage.
Which
Yeah.
I have have I spoken?
Yes,
of the
you have.
Cardigans on here? I believe
You
I
have. We had that in common, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Good
again,
times.
that 714 using its cloaking.
Oh, yeah, that's Chris that compares it to the clicking device. I like that.
Hey, I got a question for you. What's the opinion on the best Gran Turismo soundtrack?
Ooh, man, that's. I'm gonna say one just because that's where my heart lies, but I know it's not true. But I'm just emotionally
Right.
drawn to the first one because I actually went and bought that on CD. I was working at Best Buy part time while I was in college. So
Was it 3 or 4 that started with Van Halen's Panama? Like that worked out great.
yeah.
I think that was 3.
Yeah.
Reach down
Well,
between
Kyle
my
P on
legs
Twitch says
and
4 was Van
ease
Halen,
the
I think.
seat
Yeah.
back.
Look, I'm just gonna
All
say
day.
everything in life is better with Panama playing.
I really hate to make you feel old once per race, but I got GT1 when I was 10 for Christmas.
Oh, really? Oh, that makes you feel old because I was already in college, having gone to college when I
No,
was almost
no,
30 and
no.
paid for it.
I'm out on the conversation. He's trying to make you feel old.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you an excuse to go grab a beer again.
I don't like anything but Matlock.
Here, do we
F-
ruin
F's in
it
chat
for
for
everybody?
mental.
What was I doing in '94? What year were we talking?
I think weren't you a glimmer in your mom's margarita?
GT2 came out in 1998. First one came out in like 96.
Oh, I was graduating high school. No, I was just going into high school. Going into high school.
Yeah, I was 14 in 1998, which is when I think I first played Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Oh, good. All right. So we're on the same.
Oh God, 1998. I'd already been in the military for 8 years and was getting ready to go to college full time.
There you go.
Sorry, you're old.
The good news is, if I'd had that mustache, it would have been absolutely appropriate for me to hit on
No.
your friends.
No, not even a little bit.
Hey, ladies, I can buy you some Bartles and James.
What is that?
It's a wine cooler.
Is it a wine? Is it a wine cooler?
Bartles and James is a brand of wine cooler.
They still
But
make
yeah,
it.
It was
just
White
saying,
Claw.
like, our-
It was White Claw, yeah.
right. Okay, we'll do that. Good.
Hey, you guys got any Zima?
Zima. Warm Zima. That's even better.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to sneak it away from your parents first. So,
So, back when we used to run Summit Point in June in Lemons, which was the most ridiculous races we ever had by I think by far.
yes,
Anyway,
they were.
part of it was because it was right around the summer equinox, so the day went so long. And it was warm and hot. And so then, and Hyperfest was the other side of the bridge. So we would go over to Hyperfest and hassle the Hyperfest people, but we'd always see like a group of, 6 teenagers like sharing a Zima and giggling about how drunk they were, as we would go by with towing Dave Mills in a radio flyer wagon with a handle of vodka as he's just chugging that down. And we're driving the Civic and we're shouting like VTEC, yo, at every Honda we see, and they look confused. They didn't understand. Anyway, man,
No headlights. We had someone hanging out of the passenger window with a giant flashlight.
hey, we were safe. It's fine. No worries.
So as soon as Passable Pizza said it was them sharing that Zima, giggling. So yeah. Did your dad know you went out dressed like that? Because those hot pants were completely inappropriate.
You're not my dad.
Listen, Donnie.
Oh, Donnie in hot pants.
Donnie in hot
That's
pants
what makes
will
those
warm up
pants
your fish
hot.
sticks. Yes.
Uh-huh. He's got places to hide
Well,
them and
that'll-
warm them up. It's all
Now
right.
that'll warm up your fish sticks. 19 minutes to go.
All right, and the
Bear Pope.
Bear Pope
Bear
is
Pope?
once again to a commanding lead.
43.6 seconds over Nate Schlavine for a priority fail. Pretty
And-
much
and
the running
Nate-
order is staying exactly the same since the last time we decided to talk about it. Tom Lamino in the top 5, so he's dropped, looks like, 1 spot. Moving Kevin up to 4th overall.
Yep. Fish sticks for Dale. Hell yeah.
That's Yoder, of course.
Totally.
it is.
It's great.
I just think I want to point out, Schlavine has actually been driving a really good race. He's had a couple of bad luck, some spins in front of him, and that double pit maneuver. But
Can you give me that two sentences before Schlavine has been doing really well?
I think I said something about 3 fish sticks for Dale. I don't know.
It was more like a
He has been driving pretty well, except for 2 instances where he was pitted. But yeah, the Bear Pope folks have just ran away with this one.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is probably a good point to give a little shout out to my teammate who, he shows up, no practice, downs a bunch of mezcal, has a beer. I think he had a beer in the pit stop.
That's the way to do it. So, Matt, you have not raced in real world lemons before. How did you decide to join the iRacing League? Where did you hear about it, and how did you decide to jump in, or that it appealed to you in any way?
Well, I mean, all you got to say is completely outclassed cars on inadequate tracks, and I'm in regardless of platform. But yeah, somebody told me about this, and I was like, why the hell not? I got nothing better to do in a weekend.
All right.
Yep, stuck inside, can't go anywhere.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I was fairly drunk when I heard about it, and it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well,
So,
that's how 80% of people end up racing in real lemons.
I was just going to say the exact same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
My-
Well, we were.
well, the problem with real lemons is eventually you gotta actually put some money up, and that's when 80% of the people say, yeah.
I'll pay you before the race. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to the race. I know you've forked out $3,000, but I can't make it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think
Gladly pay Tuesday for a race.
our original team started off as 12 people, I think. 12 people were interested, and then it just ended up being Alan Caesar. So we lost 10 people along the way. We're like, oh, you want me to pay for you? Oh, boy, I have something going on in October. So, and then we found a couple teammates along the way. But, I think that like 20%, 80% attrition, I guess, is probably about right for people who actually pony up.
Yeah. To that end, TKFTRD1, yes, you can go to isuckatracing.com, fill out an application, get approved, because they are now considering having a meeting where they're going to start maybe talking about what they're going to do for season 3 of this league. And but in the meantime, they'll still be running races twice a week. So yes, go to isuckatracing.com. And if you don't have an iRacing setup, may I direct your attention to Nemesis Labs?
I believe that's Scott Rambler, if I'm not mistaken. Is that you, Rambler?
And Mental, nice job pointing to the sponsors. Well done. They should totally sponsor.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Yeah. So we
And while you're hot lapping in your Nemesis Lab chassis, you can listen to the Everyone Racers podcast, available on all major podcast
While
platforms.
drinking Mad Dog
And even some
2020.
you've never heard of as well.
Yes.
While
Using
drinking
Gordon's
Mad Dog
fish tank.
2020, after snacking on your Jeff Gordon's Fisherman's.
This is like the worst
sticks.
podcast commercial ever.
We've done way worse. You should hear our versions for the commercials for the podcast.
You know, we're at least we were good at it.
Yeah. You need a website
were good
and a
at
wipe your
copy.
butt? Here's a podcast.
Okay, yes, it is. It is your buddy Scott there. So he's mocking us. Oh, hold up, back up. That the green Mustang, the
Helodyne.
Surge Mustang, he totally daled it right into a tire wall.
Anyway.
All right. When we get back to it, I got a Surge story from back in the day. I totally do.
Here it is. Here it is. Slightly oversteps.
Never.
Tries to correct it. Nope. But yeah, like you said, yeah, you're right, Eric. Never lift. Boom.
Have some chat for Surge.
Yeah.
So here's my Surge story. I was in college in upstate New York in the late 90s. And Surge was like the Coke's attempt to like compete with Mountain Dew, right? But it was only in limited markets. So one day I was totally sleeping in class and said, "Shit, I gotta go do something." So there was a Surge vending machine outside the class, so I bought myself a Surge. And you know what? I opened it up and I happened to look under the cap and it said, "You win 4 tickets to one concert." There was some kind of deal, like prize going on, right? And so, it's 1998. So I call up the number, and apparently I won a prize. They said, "Well, okay, you win. We're just going to give you some money, and then we suggest you use it to buy concert tickets." So they sent me $200. Yeah, for my $1 Surge to keep me awake in anthropology class. I got $200 sent to me. I was like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
Can you share publicly what you used the $200 for?
Yeah, how much Mad Dog 2020 does $200 buy?
Oh God.
I think it was vodka, but well, it was some combination of vodka and gasoline. So
Called it.
Excellent.
That's amazing. Way better.
So,
than
like, I
the
feel
first
like
car
I-
had. Yeah.
Right?
I feel like I am solidly ahead in life from that point on.
Yeah, you've
That
been
was a turning
set.
moment in my life. Done.
I was just over here collecting Marlboro dollars. Man.
Yeah. Camel Cash? Camel Cash?
Cash.
Oh my God.
Hey, because of Mental's Marlboro miles, I've got a red jacket in my closet. That's great.
Absolutely. That is a great jacket too. That jacket,
Is
I've
it
had that
vinyl?
jacket for years. No, it's
Or nylon, sorry.
no, it's what's the I can't remember the name of the company that makes the outdoor work gear, the good ones. Carhartt. It's
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a Carhartt, but
Oh,
it's
damn,
an off-brand
nice.
Carhartt Marlboro miles. You get 5% more cancer every time you wear it. It's great.
Yes.
It's warm. Like a Jeff Gordon's fish stick.
There you go.
Oh God. That's fantastic.
This was not nearly as dramatic as I thought it was going to be.
It was a good save. Like he looked ahead and said, "All right, I've screwed this turn. I'm staying in the grass, but I can figure it
there
out."
it is. He got Antoned. Oh no, it's not Anton. Sorry, Anton. You got
Hey, won't you be my neighbor?
You got Pyrex.
You got bished.
you got
You got
Pyrex.
Pyrex.
Thank you.
Apparently he's done petting his cat. Or whatever they call it these days.
He left a
he-
couple of dirt turds too.
I came here to pet cats and dump assholes, and I'm.
There's your theme for next week, folks. You want to get in Eric Rude's good graces. We're going to need a "they live" modified to say, "I came to pet cats and dump assholes."
That's right.
Oh, somebody's still rocking the
That's good
denim
times.
Pepsi jacket they got with points. And
Yes.
I'm immediately pulled to mind of Robin Sparkle singing "Let's All Go to the Mall." Grab your
Oh my
graffiti
g-
jacket
oh.
and your jelly bracelets.
The worst.
Wow.
Literally the worst.
Slap bracelets.
I wear jelly bracelets every day, and I wore a slap bracelet on Tuesday.
Nice.
Did you do it ironically or just?
No, I have jelly bracelets on 24/7. They don't ever come off. And the slap bracelet was, I was watching a movie with my friends, and I have a Justin Theroux slap bracelet that I made, so I had to whip that out to show 'em.
That is amazing.
Whipped
Can I
out
get a
the
picture of
slap
that?
bracelet. I like where that's going.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Slapped it live on Zoom. That's how I roll.
Slap it. Slap it. So what's the link to your OnlyFans page, Lisa?
Oh,
Eric just threw up.
it's
This
actually
Marlboro jacket is not flippable. But yeah.
It's slapthatbracelet.onlyfans.com.
slap
Yeah.
bracelet
Bracelets
2002.
don't ever come off because I can wear them 24/7. I don't have to take them off to like shower or anything. So then I'm never naked.
There you go. Are you never nude?
Hey.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
I don't do that.
Whoa.
What kind of girl do you think I am?
I don't know. I just thought you were one of. There are tens of you, according to Tobias. So
This Chevy Lumina Thunderbird brought to you by Jelly Bracelets. When your rainbow party needs more jelly.
So glad they didn't say when your lemon party needs more jelly.
Right.
Yoder says handcuffs are called slap bracelets now.
But that's
Oh, well played.
Nice. All right, 8 minutes left in this baby.
Anyway, we could throw a yellow flag on the leader because they're just too far up for being 8 minutes out.
I'm pretty
You
sure I
gotta
see
make it
fuel.
interesting.
I see fuel
We've already
leaking out
asked
of
them to. Well, their
Where
other
did he go?
driver's still here in the booth. We've already had him pit once for us. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah, give the man some credit. He's been drinking mezcal today.
I mean, nothing big. Just like,
Nice.
can we give him a tire puncture or something like that? Is there a button? You know, like F6 tire puncture.
Mm.
I could tell him that to go from fourth to first.
No money shifts.
Money shift.
That's classic Lemons. I think I told
How many-
that story about how a certain reputable aerodynamics builder money shifted my Lemons car, but the motor didn't blow. It just ripped the transmission mount straight out.
Yikes! No.
He went fourth to first.
Ooh.
Second to first. I don't remember. But yeah, it just rocked the entire drive line rocked forward about 15 degrees and melted the fan shroud. We didn't even notice. We just kept running it. So
Nice.
it
That
was
sounds
until like a month later, and we were like, "Yeah, we can do something on the car." And they're like, "Why is this burned?" Yeah,
It's always a good question on your race car. Why is this part burned?
it's a fun Lemons game, I gotta say.
Last year, Chris upgraded the engine and the transmission in the veritable old Mr. Fister / Jeffrey Giraffe / punk rock / springtime tank. Now Godzilla car.
Can we can we rewind that just to like 10
Go for it.
seconds? And I gotta say, when you come around that corner through Mustang Gate, it's unnerving to see that right there. Yeah.
Oh, where we got a Honda Accord? I got a Jeep
The
Cherokee.
Accord and the
Well, I'm sorry, is it
Bravada.
Jimmy? Yeah, Bravada. It is a Bravada. What else is there? What's that blue one? Oh, another Mustang, of course.
It's too square to be a bravada. I think that's a Travelall or something. Or
I don't know.
Forerunner, something like
I'm
that.
sticking with Bravada.
But as you come around this corner, and all these RVs are full of doo-doo, by the way, because it's Daytona or worse, there's suddenly this Mustang staring you directly in the face. That's got to be super unnerving. Like, even in virtual world, like, that's just messes with you. It messed with me. I'm only 4 years into this broadcast, so.
it's Lemons. You're expecting someone to be spun out around every single corner,
Pretty much, yeah.
facing you
Yeah.
the wrong way. So
Yeah. Looking confused. How did this happen?
As soon as possible, pizza asking about the best 1980s pizza delivery car. It's got to be Chevy Sprint all day, right?
1980s delivery car?
80s, 90s, I would guess.
Mitsubishi Mighty Max
Chevette.
pickup.
Chevette.
No. It's going to be one of those pickups you could buy for less than $6,000 because everybody that
What was the
worked at that pizza
what
place
was the
drove
car?
those.
What was the car the kid in Home Alone drove when he hit the statue over and over again?
Yeah, that's Dodge Omni. That's exactly what he ran.
Omni. There it is. That's it.
The Geo Metro's got to be up there too, which the Chevy Sprint was before that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
so
dude
the
I hung
Metro
out
didn't
with,
come out.
his sister delivered pizza and she drove a Geo Metro 3-cylinder. Good times.
Yeah. My friend in high school had a Festiva that was bright blue with a giant pink flower and dealership graphics all over the side of it.
Wow.
I wish I had a picture of it. It was
I do
it was
too.
Special.
All right, what we got here? 4 minutes left in this one. But Chris upgraded the engine and the transmission after the mini turbo builds a few years ago, and having helped once or twice and tried to help get that engine in there, I knew the level of blood and sweat Chris had put into that car. In fact, we all did, and the shift from 5th to 6th had to be very, very precise. There was no speed shifting into 6th down at New Jersey.
It was 4th to 5th, I thought. You know?
Well, I know
Whatever.
pouring it straight back, you could either go into 6th or you could go into 4th. And you did it very slowly and very gently, and you let the clutch out very slowly, because a couple of times I'm like, nope, rev's climbing too hard. Clutch back in, try it again. Not gonna blow this car. And Jeff and I were talking about how absolutely we would have rather been T-boned or just rolled the car over 100 times than money shift that car at New Jersey. We were so scared to death we were going to money shift it.
I have instilled the appropriate level of fear in my teammates. Also,
That's good team management.
Also, after that race, I wired up Honda very nicely made a solenoid to lock out that side gate for reverse so you wouldn't have this problem. And I said, we don't need that, because I was worried about getting the car running, let alone shifting. But once I found out that's a real problem, that now we have a toggle switch in the dash to lock out that gate so we can actually not worry about this as much. And it's resulted in 100% less money shifts on our car. I didn't go so far as to program the ECU to actually lock that out once you're at 5 miles an hour like I should have, but the toggle switch was easier. So we have a toggle switch.
And reverses on which side? Reverses on the far right, yeah?
It's far right. Like you go past 6th and 5th, like more than that, and then you get reverse gate.
Yeah.
That was like when Porsche, I think the 911, they introduced a 7-speed manual.
Yes.
And I just feel like finding all of that is never going to go. Somebody's going to mess that up in the worst way possible. I mean,
Totally.
I'm sure they have.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be some guy my age with a creepy mustache and a 20-year-old girlfriend, and he is absolutely going to be trying to show off and money shift that one.
Yep.
I mean, as it is, between the Civic with the 6th on the other side, so there's 4 separate gates. Or like Chrissy's Mazda 3 we have, which we swapped a 6-speed into a car that had a 5-speed but didn't change the shifter. So you got to be real careful when you go to the 1-2 gate that you don't go just that little bit extra over into the reverse gate, because that'll rear end the guy behind you real fast when you're at a stoplight.
Traffic light, yeah.
So, yeah, you just got to be careful. So, yeah.
So Patrick McNally said the best city to money shift in is, or best state is New Jersey, because you could do it in Atlantic City. The beginning of the year, the 3-pedal mafia descend on Atlantic City in January to watch our teammate Bruce Leotti do the roundy round death races in a 750 motorcycle powered 3/4 midget on a hockey rink soaked in Coke syrup. Not a single part of that statement is false. And people get into fist fights in the pits and get arrested by the New Jersey State Patrol.
Sounds right.
It's hilarious. It's actually mostly an excuse for the rest of us to stay drunk for an entire weekend while we watch Bruce race once in a while.
I don't know what I want to do next year for my birthday. Damn.
You totally do. You absolutely do, Lisa. It's awesome.
It sounds like the Chili Bowl, but somehow more redneck, even though it's on the East Coast instead of in Oklahoma.
But
Wait,
it's New
more
Jersey, so
redneck
I'll-
than the
like,
Chili Bowl? No way.
That's the description
No
I'm
way.
getting from this.
Wow.
No, there's more rules. Like there's people that yell at you for
Well, it's
rules,
New
but
Jersey,
yet
but yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
See.
Oh,
But
it
the
is.
actual-
It is marvelous. It is a wonderful time.
Obviously.
Hey, race is over and no one's noticed. Okay, hey,
We're-
nice
we're-
job.
The white flag is out.
Jared Duclos
Someone
backed
winning.
off a little bit and only won by 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Is Jared not on Discord, Matt?
Is Matt not on Discord, Matt? So, Crash Fest in Turn 1, everyone. If you're listening to us, head to the Turn 1. Get that big open chunk of pavement. And if you do it right, you
There's
can
the
hit it
checkered
at
flag.
205 miles an hour. So, get that through there.
Yeah.
All right.
Skip the bus stop, hammer down, max speed. Let's go.
That's right.
There we go. He's gonna try and get one of those burnouts. Oh, someone wanted to beat
Santiago.
somebody, missed. Wow.
Nice job,
Back
Santiago.
that up.
You tried.
That was amazing. Oh.
Yeah, can we
Premature
rewind on the sorry
yeetage.
Miata?
Yes, that is wonderful.
Yeah, that's the one.
Premature yeetage. I'm told it can happen to anyone. I wouldn't know, but yes, absolutely. Oh,
Oh, he did get a piece of someone.
yeah. So,
Tiago Mustang, yeah.
Hey, just a quick
I mean,
shout out to Tony Payne. Really killed this setup. If it wasn't for him, I think we would have been flipped over by now.
As he
Oh.
flips over
Oh.
Santiago.
oh, yes, very nice, and just narrowly missing our race winner into the tire wall. He's dead.
Yep, ZZF for him.
I think Jared's on Discord now.
Oh, and he's stuck in the wall too. Poor Santiago.
Well, that's
Joining us in the booth, tonight's winners, Jared Duclos and Matt Sitko. Congrats, guys.
Whoa. The viewers are the winner.
You're right. You are right. Jared, you are right about that.
Oh, I thought the viewers were the losers. I mean, what else do they have to do tonight?
The commentators are the losers.
That's true, without a doubt.
Oh, city on city violence. No, Carl, no.
City on city violence.
City
That's
City
amazing.
Miata. Is this a CCM threesome here? That's what we got.
Oh,
We gotta pay extra for that.
Two cities, one Miata.
we have a stuck broken Mustang.
Tony's figured out the Alex Levinson hole in the
Levin.
matrix.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
totally
that's using
Oh,
your
yeah.
dipstick,
All right, so
Jimmy.
Chris is taking our advice and he's taking a full speed lap. Let's get the dash cam of Chris Wolfson as he hits the tri-oval all the way around. Oh yes,
Behind somebody, too. Yeah.
this is going
In fact,
to be
he's got his
wonderful.
Miata up. He had his Miata up to 130. That is an achievement right there.
That
As a
is-
prior Miata owner. That's all I got.
I'm surprised parts are not flying off of it.
I drive flat out.
What a team for that also.
Oh, here it comes. This is going to be glorious. I hope he hits somebody straight on.
Here we go.
Da, da.
Oh, he wants another. I guess.
No. He's got somebody.
Oh,
Here we go. And he missed. Oh, my
he missed.
God.
He missed.
Oh, no, he's just going to plumb it and like totally wide it up in
Clang.
the infield. Oh, come on, buddy.
if that ain't
All
lemons,
that
I don't
build
know
up.
what it is.
All that build up, no follow through like my prom night. What are you gonna
Oh, he's had enough. He's going back and getting a little piece of something. He's going to go back and he'll pet a cat if he has
He's
to.
gonna be-
He doesn't care.
He's gonna be DQ'd in about 3, 2, 1.
Those are really dumb moves. What were you doing? Yeah.
I got him.
And
Very-
Oh, he's not-
crap
it says he's not-
also.
Okay,
It
so
says
it
he's
looks
not
like we
serving
got
a penalty.
another. We got a crash fest into where they come back onto the main straightaway after the first horseshoe.
Okay. Like 3.
I mean, can someone tow that Mustang out of the mud there?
Somebody
That's kind of a shame. Sorry.
I'm going to be upset if no one hit that Mustang at Mustang Gate. Oh, Lamino exercising a little bit of demons here.
Oh yeah, he got a little punted there, which I mean, little punted in the butt, which is kind of how he likes his Sunday nights. So that's good.
Damn.
There's
I'm disappointed by
As
the
someone who
lack
races
of.
for us regularly, I feel fair about saying that.
Yeah, do we have any obnoxious music for the Crash Fest? The circus.
I have some like Huey Lewis sounding stuff playing right now.
You guys have the clowns queued up?
It's like Huey Lewis with ska mixed in it.
Oh. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so one of the most disappointing things about being in the actual broadcast chat is you don't hear the music going on in the background.
Right.
Sadly.
Yep. This is a disappointing Crash Fest, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I think the big Crash Fest happened in the next corner because I see a cluster of cars there, 17, 77, 21. I think they ignored our desires because they're not going to let the government tell them what to do.
Look, Lemons Racers. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Some excellent donuts, though.
They're all flying the
there we
up on
go.
snake flag.
Well
There we go.
done,
Nice.
Levine. Oh, man, they are warping time and
From
space with Anton. Anton in there in that course.
That's
Going up in that can, it's going to explode.
Never lived.
Anton's breakdancing, basically, at that point.
Nicely done. All right. When are we going to be allowed to do donuts if we win a Lemons Race in Meat World?
Ever,
There's the
never,
Miata.
because we know that how to actually do donuts without wiping out a bunch of people.
You take one boat, you hit one brand new RX-8, you get a rule named after you, and no one gets to have any fun anymore.
Pretty much, yep. Checks out.
That's all. You get to do it once, and that's it.
Yeah.
Never again.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Clang.
Oh, both of them airborne. That's proper.
Ray must have been blinded. He couldn't see the Monte Carlo there.
I was building that joke as you went ahead and just got that missile off the rail. Well done.
Where's the blimp?
Yeah, no one got the blimp. No one got all right. So 455. 455 is trying to build up a head of steam to do something.
Okay, that's a good run.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, he's got it cooking. I also hate that when the race is over, you don't know how fast they're going.
Jay Becker
Yeah,
says
with
he went
replay.
flying also.
130 right here. iRacing still reports it. So 130 miles an hour.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Blew his engine
There's
in midair.
The brown noise. That's a direct hit to the spaceship Yamato.
Hey, Eric, what is the Lemons race next week? Because our E1R race kind of mirrors whatever the later Lemons race is. So,
a good question.
Is there anything on the schedule?
We haven't built the schedule yet, but
Oh, and a second hit for Ray.
expect us to be racing probably again next Sunday. We're going to alternate, I think, between enduros and some sillier stuff as well. So it's kind of going to be an every other week kind of deal where we do a serious. You can't see the air quotes I'm making.
We kind of can. I can actually kind of see them. Yeah.
And alternating with the stuff we did on Thursday, which is no pedal, no wheel, and taking cars to extremely inappropriate places. So things like that.
Well, all right, good. I gotta say, last week we tried only 87s at old school Daytona Oval, and we were all so terrible at it. We laughed our asses off. It was so much fun.
It
being
felt like
so
a
bad.
Pilates. It was a Pilates class when we got done with that race because our abs hurt. Our abs hurt so bad. It was so well
Nice
done.
job, Tom Pyrek. Can we rewind that Tom Pyrek hit on Gary there? That was a wonderful hit. Here we go, slow mo.
Poor
for the
Gary,
viewers.
just standing there, like a wounded seal.
He's
Here
just
comes the
waiting to
shark. Pyrect.
Clang.
Lemon Space Program on the nose.
That's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great shot right there. Oh yes. Like a Scottish festival telephone pole being launched across a field
And he cleared Santiago by 30 yards.
by 3 Miatas.
9.1, 9.1, 8.9 for the Russian judge, 9.3, 9.0.
See if he can
Doesn't
stick the
matter.
landing. Can he get the landing? Oh, it's not looking good. He
gets
might.
extra rotation. No, he did not get extra rotation. The Russian judge is now at an 8.2. He did not stick the landing.
Oh,
Still going.
wow! He's levincing. He's levincing into the ground. Are there?
Yeah, it was a
any
shame there was no
animals?
black and pink Jetta to hit tonight. So
Still going. This is amazing. Must have got hit at 160, 170.
Probably, yeah, because that was a pro stock Camaro.
And he's never lifting, as you don't do ever.
Never. That would be a good race. I still think the no lift Jetta race at Thompson Oval would be fun.
well, whoever they are, if they have VR, they definitely have their eyes shut for a while. Because you have no choice.
Oh, I think I'm gonna barf.
If you want a
When I
good
first
race,
got used to the VR.
take these
I
cars.
got
Put
used to
them in,
VR. Go ahead.
as I say, take the same car layout, put them in the figure eight.
Yeah.
Figure eight.
Which also we did on Monday.
Oh, hilarious. So much fun.
Yes, especially
Yeah,
if you have VR.
Last week, you won our race. We had figure eight for an hour, and then NASCAR 87s at Legacy Daytona for an hour, and it was completely terrible. It was hilarious. We never laughed that much in our life racing. It was great.
So many full course yellows.
I think you're going to see figure eight again, probably. We'll see inappropriate rallycross also, because that was maybe the best thing we did with the Spec Racer 4.
That was, was great.
Flying
And what
bathtubs
was-
for the win.
Yeah.
I loved that Soggy spent the entire race cheating around the jump and had first place taken from him by the computer. That was just
That was A+.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
some of the stuff we did at Le Mans, we may do again. The reverse gear only, and the obviously on a shorter course where people won't run out of gas, and maybe a night race with no lights, which was also great.
I think
was
I'd like
great.
to see a really short oval track with the 87s. Yeah.
oh,
And we
like
tried to
60 of them.
Because because they can't turn in slow speed for crap. So you put all of them on Thompson Oval. That could be
there
a
are
good
shorter
time.
ovals than that out there. Isn't there like a 3/8 we could do?
Oxford Plains.
There you go.
So if
There's
you're
no
watching this, you
wall
may have to
except for the
spend
front
a little
straightaway.
money. You may have to buy
It's a
an
free track.
87
It's a
stock
free
car.
track. Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah. But the track's free though, so that's the good news.
And honestly, buy the 87. It's so worth the $12.
Oh yeah, I bought both of them. No regrets.
I've been happy with the Thunderbird because
Hell yeah.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
That flying through upside down, by the way.
714,
I'm
King of the
working-
Donuts.
That's right.
Cloaking apparently failing now. So now during the Crash Fest, he has good internet.
Oh, when it matters. Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Meeseeks gives him a just straight up face punt.
He got spatulaed real good, and then near miss on the Miata.
It's this car.
On the two wheels.
He skidded right between them.
Oh,
That was amazing.
so Mr. Meeseeks puts
all through that.
yeah,
Nice job.
Mr. Meeseeks puts it through all the defenders and right into the net. Nicely done. Is this all of it? Have we crashed everything? Is everyone dead?
I think it can be dead at this point. Although the full head of steam there was pretty damn good.
Good one.
Yes.
The only people left are the
150.
ones who are really enthusiastic, and they don't need our support.
150.
They got it.
150 miles an hour, and it's a square hit,
Amazing.
like dead on. Tracks right into it.
And yet you didn't die.
Which is up against the windshield at the moment.
Nice.
Is Bowman Gray in the iRacing? I don't think it is.
Not
is it?
yet. Not yet. They're
Man,
gonna scan
if we
it,
could
though.
have Bowman Gray with like somehow figure out how to have people like fist fight. I don't know if it's like a side quest with Mortal Kombat. I don't really care.
Whoa. What's happening here? Watch this.
All right, so you got a
what-
dead Transmero. He's just rolling down.
Oh, the Miata finally made contact with. Oh, he got 3 cars.
He totally
Oh,
did.
the lumber sexual.
Dude, that's a multiple
grungy
Tully.
Miata.
Wow.
Nice.
That was
Excellent.
What
talent.
hotkey do you have to? What hotkey is there to throw
All
your
of 'em.
helmet at a car that's going by?
Chris Wolfson, man. It's legendary. So he
That's a 710
misses.
split, right?
He misses the. Yeah, he misses the. Okay, so he misses the 87 somehow. Wow.
We're gonna have
Nino.
a triple Salchow here. No.
Oh yeah, and then
And
just
another
dodges the
87
flying
flying towards him.
714.
Oh. Yeah. Ow.
Gets around
So much
Santiago.
Doesn't miss here.
Boom. 2. Yeah. Oh, and then gets put into
Wow.
Santiago. Yes.
Well done.
Nicely done, Wolfson. We were almost done and hit the second stage booster midair. Nice.
Yep.
It's a group
That's
thing.
the brown noise.
Really.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And puts it
All
on the
right.
wheels. Let's see if it still rolls.
He did stick the landing. You have to give him credit.
Absolutely. Yeah. No.
The Russian judge is still only at 4.2, but you know,
He's Russian.
F that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hates people.
Whew. Boy. Yeah.
Here's your winners brought to you by Jeff Gordon's Fish Sticks.
And
Are they your
Mustang-
winners or are they the losers?
Jeff Gordon's
You
fisherman.
know,
Not anymore. I think they've evolved to fish sticks.
Moose Schlong
Trust
and
Jeff
fish
Gordon's
sticks. There we go. And the
Not
Mustang Gate. Never forget the Mustang Gate.
Never forget Mustang
That's
Gate, which is a
right.
theme we want to see next week. Mustang Gate.
Something else important to take from this is that I think we've successfully proven that it's possible to, if it's possible to drive this kind of 87 car around this kind of track, it's possible to keep pretty much any Lemons car on the track as well. If anyone's looking for a team within the Minnesota area, I'm available.
All right, look at that. And the Mustang Gate.
Great shot of
Final,
Mustang Gate.
We'll let the Mustang Gate take us out. And if anybody needs a driver in the Minnesota area, Matt Sitko is your guy. He gets oh boy. I'm just gonna ignore that comment that came at the exact wrong time. Oh boy.
I'm impressed at how close they could get those RVs, and those RVs being that close seems to remind me of that same comment that you're ignoring. And if you
Right.
look to the left of those RVs, there's a Hummer in the middle of Astrovans.
What was it we were talking about? Meat races? Something about
Yeah, I was going to race a pork chop.
meat. There you go.
All right, go forward. Go forward. Just no forward. 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 A little bit more. A little bit more. A little more. Turn to the right. There it is. All those minivans tucked in right there. Just oh so nicely done.
Yep.
So one's a Jeep, and I know this because the license plate says Jeep.
Oh, sweet. The Mustangs are turbos. Turbo. I didn't notice that. Oh, yeah, they're
Eco
turbos.
Boost. Yeah.
That's right. Well, thanks, Mustang Gate.
Some
Unreal.
iRacing developer spent literally tens of seconds making those. You should appreciate the effort that was put into that.
Very nice.
We'll always remember We'll always have Mustang Gate.
You can't see it, but I have one fist up in the air for it. Mustang.
There we go. I'm holding 3 fish sticks for Mustang Gate.
That's right.
Well, the best part about those orange cars is, so while I was practicing for this, I had my graphics settings turned way down. My GPU crashed while loading into the race, so I had to reset, do auto connect and everything. I had never seen those orange cars in that track before. So, of course, first lap of the race, you take the corner, you see 2 orange cars pointing right at you.
Right.
And
Eric talked about that. He said it would be unsettling in any form, and he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
Do you run
Nailed it.
VR, Matt? Or are you just running on map monitors?
yeah, I got a Rift.
Yeah. Yep. So you poop a little. As you makes it okay.
Totes.
Awesome.
Well, I think
congrats,
that's-
Matt, on the W tonight. You and Jared did well. Congrats.
Yeah,
And,
thanks guys. It's been a good season.
That's right. This concludes season 2 of Lemon's iRacing. Season 3 to come. We'll have an announcement in the next some days. I'm not going to commit to anything. So we're trying to put on a real.
Sorry for anyone that actually is looking forward to this, because you have no other life. I apologize. Yeah.
I'm right here, Chris. I'm right here. Do you mind? God.
Hey, we talk every week.
It's like a support group kind of thing.
Yes.
That's right.
All right. Yep. Which is what this has really ultimately evolved into, for better or worse. Boy, I've enjoyed these first 2 seasons of Lemon's iRacing. I think it's something, and I think more than anything else, it's just something stupid and fun, like Lemon's is, and I think it's exactly what we've been trying to do. So, if you've watched any of these, if you participated at all, thank you guys so much. This is what we all, I think, need, is just something dumb to take our minds off of how totally messed up everything is. So thank you so much. I will let everybody else say their goodnights, but thank you so much. Thanks for letting me be your Harry Carey for these 3.5 months. It's
I love
been
it.
a lot to me, and I will let everybody else say their goodnights as well. But good night from Eric at Lemons HQ.
Hey, and guys, if you are itching to get doing some driving stuff, you can still sign up. One more day, you can still sign up at the 24 Hours of Lemons Rally, Colorado. So the Rocky Mountain Mistake?
Rocky Mountain Breakdown, and
Rocky Mountain Breakdown.
for a couple days. You get through Wednesday if you would like
Through
to sign up.
Wednesday. All right, and you can bring your daily driver. You're just not going to win. There's a guy bringing a Porsche though, so you won't be the biggest D-bag.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Bring whatever you got.
Totally.
And Mental, you can plug our show too. I mean, if you really are not sick of iRacing with people who are really bad at it and who are going to crash into you, every Monday night, Everyone Racers has our own 2 races, 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, that are bad, and we're not good at this, but we have way too much fun. So ask us for
get
the
into our
password.
Discord.
We'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not good, but it's fun.
Yeah. That could be our motto. It's not good, but it's fun.
That was my nickname in college.
And on that note, we out.